Hello, little ones. Would you like to hear a story? I've got one for you. From Rolling with Remix. Long ago, the land of Irion was a land of plenty, and many wanted to lay claim to its riches. When those who lived in Irion could no longer agree on who held what, civil war broke out across the entire realm, until the kobolds, in desperation to keep their kingdom afloat, summoned the dark and terrible Dragotha. The great dragon cared not for the alliances constantly made and broken across Irion, and razed many of its great cities to the ground, until a last desperate alliance finally slew the titanic worm. With no one in any shape to continue the fight, an armistice was reached, and the Great War ended. But tensions were still on the rise. 30 years later, a ragtag group of adventurers, who met at a harvest festival and joined forces to look for the missing mentor of one of their band, were hired by a mysterious old man to travel to the great city-states of Irion and perform acts of heroism that those in power would not approve of. But those same acts served to heighten tensions across the land, and the old man, secretly a scheming mind flayer, revealed that once more Irion had fallen into a great civil war. Now, with militaries and dark powers on the rise, our heroes gather their forces in hopes of saving what they can before Irion once more falls into ruin. Momo, the Aarakocra cleric.
You're my friend. You're my family. And I'll protect you at all costs.
Corellian, the kobold paladin.
I will not make the same mistakes again.
Malifane, the half-elf rogue.
I won't stand idle. Not while people's lives are at stake.
Oh, this should be fun.
Quintessa, the human fighter.
You shouldn't be surprised. Everyone is out for themselves in the end.
And Scam Likely, the goblin artificer.
There are three constants: death, taxes, and my ability to dodge both.
Unprepared though they might be, our heroes find themselves at the front lines of a great battle to save the fallen empires. Last time, on Rolling with Remix, Fallen Empires. Our heroes found themselves in a dire situation, with death seeming inevitable. But with quick thinking, quick healing, and judicious use of cannons, they managed to slay Gwenimir, the High Priestess, and begin conversation with Queen Arista anew. However, Kailani, unwilling to let his priestess die, swam over to her and revived her from the dead. Malifane ran inside the oil rig to try and retrieve Snalgu and Zutzag before it exploded, as Trevlon began desperate negotiations with the Queen of the Marrow, while the invisible High Priestess bombarded him and his party with waves of water. Eventually, however, the High Priestess was slain again, and Trevlon intimidated Kailani into retreating and not daring to try and revive her. Corellian joined Malifane inside the rig in a desperate dash to convince Snalgu not to detonate it. But they could not, as she was still convinced the Marrow would not give up until the kobolds were slain. In desperation to save Snalgu's life, Corellian volunteered to stay behind and detonate the rig themselves. Snalgu begrudgingly agreed, leaving Malifane, Trevlon, and Momo to run as fast as they could away from the oil rig, while Corellian stood behind, bit off their pinky to give to Mal, in the hopes that it could be used to revive them, stayed behind, lit the fuse, and tossed it into the oil, running desperately for their life. Protected from most of the flames by the fire-resistant plate of the worm, Corellian almost made it off the oil rig, but the fire caught up during their final jump and ended their life. Luckily, Momo was nearby enough to get to Corellian just in time and used Revivify to bring them back from the dead. Battered and exhausted from the fight, our heroes returned to the City of Shimmering Lights, where Queen Arista admitted her curiosity at these people who seemed not to take a side, and once more allowed them to leave, with a warning that they had better not cross the Marrow again. A despondent Kailani, however, elected to remain at the City of Shimmering Lights and not return to Batenrance Hall, feeling betrayed at asking our heroes to help when they killed so many Marrow, including the High Priestess, and allowed the kobolds to escape. Trevlon and Corellian had a quick talk about Corellian's self-worth and how it was absolutely not worth sacrificing Corellian for the good of the rest of the world, before the heroes returned to Batenrance Hall to oversee the many construction projects that were underway. With his newly awakened mind, Trevlon and Malifane had the idea to talk to the Thri-Kreen in a language that was more sophisticated than just drawing simple pictures. Using the newfound gift of speech, they asked the Thri-Kreen about Zunkira, the Swarm Queen. They explained that Zunkira had dominated the southern deserts of Irion, speaking through dreams, through others, and dreaming of ascendance through beings called the Anunnaki, who apparently traveled between worlds, sowing the seeds of civilization. But the people of the sky waged war on the Anunnaki and drove them away from Irion, and, if the Thri-Kreen were to be believed, the entire planet. Now, the Thri-Kreen explained, there were no people of the sky. There were Anunnaki and Zunkira. This ominous knowledge in hand, our heroes finally took their long-deserved rest. But would it be that restful after all? What other mysterious wanderers will come their way? And who's hyped for Season 2 of Rolling with Remix? Fallen Empires.
Welcome back to Fallen Empires, baby! Woo! It's been since the last decade since we played, guys. Wow.
Yeah, it's been a year since I saw you guys.
Whole last year. Yeah. We got the whole crew with us today. Joining us, we've got, as you've heard, JoJo.
It's me, and I'm so excited. I'm sorry.
We've got Atlas.
Kailani deserves a Glock.
Yeah.
We've got Scott.
No one was prepared for what's about. So gun.
Mm-hmm. A new challenger approaches! Queen Creeps has joined the battle!
Sup, I hacked the system.
Well, I mean, at least we've unlocked all the new challenges. A new challenger approaches! Xander joins the battle!
This doesn't look like Chelt.
It sure doesn't! Womp womp. And last but not least, thank you everyone who has donated a total of 10,000 bits before the stream even began.
No! Holy shit, guys.
Thank you so much. It means a lot that you're supporting this stream now that we're finally back.
Also, get a load of that new character art!
We got some new character art! Yeah, we got some slight quality of life improvements across the board. We got fancy new character art. We've got a new improved world map, which we're going to see this session. And we got sound effects! I'm going to play one right now.
Oh no. Gun.
Gun!
Kailani, no!
I won't hesitate, bitch.
My wife!
Kailani, no!
My arm!
My leg!
My leg! My leg!
You just walk it off.
Yeah. So, without further ado, I believe the last time you left off, it was the middle of the day. Everyone had gone off to supervise construction projects at Baton Rance Hall, except for Trevlon. We're gonna follow Trevlon up back into the library as he takes a seat, looks over the Tome of Bardic Lore, cracks his knuckles. He's like, right, well, so I put down some information. Now it's time for some from you. There's a intense growling noise as he does so. Don't give me that look. I've been trying to be nice. I have been doing what you asked of me. But you're a book, and you've got information, and you're going to give it to me now if we're going to win this war. Right? Now, you understand? Let's start with something simple. Your name, like I asked you. There is a more intense growling sound. I said, give me your name. And then there is this loud, booming noise coming from the library. An intense, sickly white and green glow as the pages start rapidly flipping through the seemingly endless tome of Bardic lore. Trevlon opens his mouth, stares. I think I made a mistake. And then the glow and the roar starts intensifying from the book as ink starts leaking out from under Trevlon's skin, pouring into the book. He looks down in shock and horror as just more and more of it gets sucked into the flipping pages of the Tome of Bardic Lore, before finally enough of it is pulled that he is yanked off of his feet, sucked completely into the book, and it slams shut with a bang, leaving Quintessa in the library, staring at what she has just witnessed.
My gods. What the fuck was that?
Momo, then comes into the library. Hey, Quintessa, have you seen Trevlon?
Points silently to the book.
He looks over at the book. What about... That's Trevlon's book. Did something happen?
What the fuck was that noise? What happened?
Well, not to worry you, but I think, the book just, to put in lack of better words, ate him.
Not to worry us? What?
Well, I've never seen this before.
So, hold on. Let me get this straight. So, the book, that is Trevlon's patron, has just taken him? Was that what all that noise was about?
I mean, I would assume so. It was like he just got sucked into it.
I'm gonna go over and sort of
Is there
cautiously pick up the book.
Is there anything left behind, is his hat still there?
No. No, there's nothing left behind.
Dang it.
I guess if the book doesn't, bite me or whatever, I'll, just briefly rifle through the pages, sort of pointing it away from me, like it's about to bite me, just if I can see it, if it's weirder than usual. I know it's pretty weird, but...
Can I make an Arcana check?
Sure, yeah, go for it. Okay. Corellian, you hold out the book like it is some rabid animal and cautiously start peering through the pages looking for any sign of what happened. Momo, on the other hand, you grab the book and just start, randomly flipping through it, staring right into its pages for any sign.
Momo, what the fuck are you doing?
There has to be some sort of explanation! reason why this happened.
Eventually, Momo, you get to a page that is empty except for what looks like a highly detailed ink illustration of a screaming Trevlon blue quill.
Momo is holding the book. His eyes just kind of drain of any emotion besides fear, and he collapses to his knees and kind of just lets the book fall out of his hands.
The book skids across the floor towards the front desk of the library, towards Quintessa.
I pick it up, and I just look.
All right.
This is not good. Okay, stay calm. Okay, maybe we can sort something out. Maybe we can, oh, no, tearing the page won't help.
Do not tear his page. If anything, we'll take it down to the Arcanist Research Lab. We'll get them to take a look at it or something. Just
As you mentioned tearing the page, some of the pages flip on their own to a scowling face looking directly at you, Quintessa.
Okay, I'm just going to close this for now.
You move your hands to close this. The face on the book animates into, like, an open mouth that spits out this stream of ink towards you, Quintessa. That just floats in the air in, like, several bubbles, rather than, like, spraying out like a geyser and actually soaking you. The ink's just, like, floating in the air in front of you. And then the book slams itself shut.
Oh dear.
I think that was a threat.
I think this thing is pissed off. Yes.
Is there any librarian protocol of what to do when a magical book, well, you know.
Okay, not to panic you, but I'm kind of new to the whole, librarian business. I'm more of an author in my time, so this is a bit unprecedented. I'm not... No, I don't know protocol. I guess we just get help?
Let's put the book on the shelf for now, and we'll go down to the Arcanist Research Lab, and we'll get a wizard to look at this, and just make sure nothing happens to the book, I guess.
Actually, is the book, like, stuck now, or can I open it again?
The book... If you try to open the book, it is, like, firmly sealed shut, like it's actively resisting you trying to open it.
Oh dear, okay,
Momo kind of, like, just takes the book and just kind of, like, slowly brings it to his chest and just starts shaking and quietly, like, crying. No sound, no shaky breaths, just blank staring with tears silently rolling down his cheeks.
No, don't cry. We can fix this, I think. I'm not too sure how this patron stuff works, but, perhaps it can be reasoned with.
It's not opening. Trevlon is still there, and we don't know how to get out, and we can't.
Well, Trevlon is a smart guy. Maybe he'll make amends with his patron somehow in there and figure it out. For right now, I think what's best is to not panic over this and keep the book safe.
You're right. If you don't mind, I think I'm gonna hold on to it. Just in case.
I don't think that would be a very good idea, considering, the types of jobs that we take and the things that we do. Getting in water.
I don't know what else to do. I don't want to leave it alone in case something else happens, and I don't want to take it with us in case I lose it or break it up. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, if you lose it, then the patron might disappear with it.
What do we do?
Well, we have plenty of people here at Baton Rouge who are more than capable of protecting the place, and we could get someone to look after it personally. I mean, I'm sure that Annabelle would do us a solid, but I'm fairly certain that taking it with us would be a bad idea.
Well, if you're so sure, then we should at least keep it sealed.
Have any of you seen Malifane? It's been a while. Usually he'd have, I guess, shown up by now. There was a really loud noise. I'm surprised he isn't here yet. No.
He'd better not have.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to handle it.
Momo kind of just gets up from his knees again and just kind of briskly walks out the door and kind of starts like shouting Malifane's name desperately.
All right. Malifane, you were on the far side of Bet and Rance Hall. So, it takes you a little bit, but finally you've got to the actual hall as you see Momo step outside the library and call your name.
I heard something. I heard a scream. What happened?
Trevlon is gone!
What do you mean? Did he just run off?
No, nothing like that. He wouldn't do that. His patron...
Then what happened?
He's the book that he had. The patron, it took him. He's gone. And there's no sign of him left, and the book won't open anymore.
Is this true?
Yes.
How? Why would it... How... I don't understand. I thought he had figured the thing out.
Apparently not.
He couldn't have...
I think he asked too much of it.
We considered asking anyone to look into it further.
Well, I mean, we were considering it, Mal.
We're gonna go down to the Arcanist's lab, and but we just wanted to find you first, considering, well, you know.
Yeah. Mal sort of has his fingers just pressed against his temples. He's a bit concerned. That's a bit of an understatement, actually. Oh dear. Okay. Alright. See what they can do down there.
Alright. You all head downstairs toward the Arcanist Research Lab. Knock on the door, and eventually Torkalin, the local Okidi magician, is a bit of a stretch, but he does seem to know arcane knowledge. Opens the door, looks at everyone, sees a book. Oh, is that a spell book?
Kind of, sort of, not really... ish.
Okay, well those are contradicting answers, so I'm very confused.
A magical being lives inside of it, and now Trevlon is in there.
Torkalin looks at the book, tries to open it to see if Trevlon is in there. Of course it is shut tight. You mind if I get this?
Just be very, very careful, please.
Of course I'm careful,
Also, I think the book is pissed.
He tosses the book over his shoulder and it lands on a table behind him somehow.
No, please don't. No.
Oh, it's fine, it landed there.
Could you perhaps be a bit more gentle with it?
I mean, I could certainly try. I mean, I thought that would be convenient. Fastest way to get it onto the table and whatnot.
Our friend is in there!
Yeah. Yes, you hear an invisible voice saying from inside, your friend in so many magical secrets, but none shall be safe from us. Come, Torquelin, we have research to do. Alright, Torquelin turns and to close the door, then leans over. You got little ink bubbles following you, he says, pointing out, and you turn around, Quintessa, and sure enough, the ink bubbles are still floating around, kind of following behind you. The same ones that were vomited out by the book.
Oh, bollocks. And I try and pop one.
Alright, what do you pop it with?
I just kind of like pinch it.
Alright. It explodes into ink all over your arm, which then slithers down your arm, across your back, and then kind of extends off your back, sinking into your quiver of arrows.
What the fuck? Why?
It's not a very pleasant feeling.
Okay,
But you do not seem to be hurt from it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, oh, bollocks, okay, well, I don't want these things following me, but...
As you mention this, the other ink bubbles spin around behind you and dive into the quiver as well.
Excuse me, can you ask first?
They do not ask first. They are now... you examine the quiver. It actually doesn't appear to be damaged, and it doesn't appear to have damaged any of the arrows. This is very clearly a magical effect of some sort that you'd have to take a little bit of time to study.
Okay. Well, she will put that on a priority. God damn it.
Well, that's certainly something.
Oh, God. Well, disregarding that for now, can you help? Can you get him out of there?
I can certainly try.
Well, do it.
Just don't hurt the book or him, please.
Not necessarily in that order.
Alright. I mean, can do. Not sure how you'd had a book, but we'll try not to do that. Alright, have a good day.
Now what?
Well, of course it's going to take a while, so we need to wait.
Like Corellia said, he's a smart guy. He can get himself out of this, whatever.
Yeah, maybe he can, I don't know, apologize to his patron or do something, I don't...
Maybe, I don't know, but...
It's hard to say. I don't have experience myself with those kinds of dealings. I don't assume any of you do.
Well, I will be back in the library, I'll see if I can figure something out.
Do you mind if I come with you? I
No.
feel like yeah.
Of course not.
Alright. As you head upstairs, as if this day couldn't get any worse, Quintessa, you feel a surge of chaotic energy that compels you to draw a card from the deck of magic things.
Shit!
Here we go.
Okay, draw. Why does it always take 10 million years for you to draw?
I think it takes 10 million years for anybody to
What
draw.
is
Just
this?
ask Kristen. Oh.
Oh.
What's that?
What, did we get the...
Is that a new one?
The
No,
cricket?
no,
I don't think
we
we've
got
gotten
the
the cricket before. Not in this one, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
The cricket, before the next encounter, crickets will loudly chirp. And actually, I'm not sure if this qualifies as an encounter for combat per se, but it qualifies as certainly something. So I'm gonna say crickets loudly chirp, and the sound seems to be coming from the gatehouse into Baton Rance Hall.
Cool!
Okay then.
Sounds like you have an infestation.
Yeah, you all hear this.
Okay.
What time of day is it?
It's the afternoon.
I see.
Well, let's just go check with Maggie then. Or whoever's on guard.
Right.
All right. So is everyone heading there, or are you still doing the split up for library and then gatehouse?
Well, I'll be at
We're
the
gonna
library.
do a split up, yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna go to the gatehouse.
Gatehouse, yeah.
So Quintessa and Malathane head back upstairs into the library, while Corellian and Momo head out for the gatehouse. The first thing that strikes you is the smell. The smell... Well, there are three distinct odors of the smell that's approaching Baton Rents Hall. One is cigar smoke, which is generally awful. The other is, like, smelly, unwashed man. The type of man who probably doesn't or hasn't bathed in a couple days, maybe a couple of weeks. But the third smell is the smell of gold coins, which is weird because you didn't know gold coins had a smell, but apparently something about the small figure approaching Baton Rents Hall does. And on the horizon, approaching the gatehouse, looks to be a goblin with a small floating object next to him. The goblin decked out in patchwork armor and bandoliers and leather and goggles and all that. It's a completely weird sight that has a lot of the guards at the gatehouse looking out from their post to just kind of stare and quirk an eyebrow as the goblin approaches.
Momo kind of looks down to Corellian, and then looks back to the goblin, and then looks back to Corellian for their input.
Corellian's sort of like squinting, peering out as the goblin approaches, sort of just, what in the fresh feck is going on?
Can I ask the same question in language?
Yeah.
Let's go painting, I guess. Oh,
I
that smells
guess.
awful.
It's alright, we have bathhouses.
Corellian and Momo, you walk through the gatehouse, past the several under construction tower bits and pieces along the walls, and head out towards the goblin. Scam likely, this is the first humanoid contact you've had in a while, and you see these two strange people.
Oh my god! I sprint full fucking speed to the gatehouse, stop halfway, hands on my knees, breathe heavily for about 5 seconds. No, 1 second, oh fuck, hold on.
As you get closer, Corellian and Momo, you can see the object floating beside this goblin. Looks to be like a floating sack of coins with 2 gemstones for eyes, and coins leaking out of the bottom and then fading into nothingness.
I kind of like help up this goblin.
Yeah,
Like,
thank you.
Are you alright?
Nice, I'm fine, I'm doing alright. See, Jiminy, I told you this wasn't a wash. They got a big fucking place here full of people. Hey, it's not abandoned. Oh god. Hold on, I need a moment. No, I'm good. Hold on. Scam turns around and, like, presses fingers to mouth and gives a sharp whistle. And says, "Hey, get the fuck up here, it's all good!" And a horse-drawn cart laden with some junk and stuff begins pulling up the path further. You have no idea how happy I am to see another living person after all this time.
Where are you coming from?
Well, I've been on the road for a while, a little bit longer than I was hoping to be.
Yeah,
on the road
obviously.
for. Yeah, well, I come from Mothorn, actually. I was... how do I put this? I was traveling with a bit of a merchant caravan to Ashford and Alora, and may have had a bit of squabble with the caravan leader that got me kicked out into the wilderness, and I've been wandering around for a time, desperate to survive, when I found people, and I'm not gonna die, which is a nice, lovely way to start my day. I look up at the sky. Oh shit, it's not even the start of the day yet, is it? What is time? I don't even know anymore. I've been out here for like a week.
Would you like to come in?
Yes! Yes!
I'm
I'm in desperate need of a bath.
Well, luckily for you and us, there is a bathhouse available to you.
That is the best news. Really the only news I've heard all week. allow me, friends, allow me, I take off my top hat, to introduce myself. My name is Scamuel Thelonious Likely, Goblin Artificer and Entrepreneur. My friends just call me Scam.
Right, Scamuel. So,
We're friends, that's what I'm hinting at now, right? Yeah? Yeah, so you can call me Scam, or Scamuel. I don't really give a fuck. Anyway, I heard you had a bath, right?
right. Scamuel, just this way, but, you've really been traveling for a week since Ashra and Alora. It's, we're a bit out of the way from there.
No, I mean to say that I got kicked out of the caravan about halfway into our journey to Ashra and Alora. I've been wandering the wildernesses surrounding your abode, I assume, for a time that has not been optimal.
Right. Well, we have food, water, and a market, I guess. I sort of eye the cart. What sort of things are in the cart? Does it actually look valuable?
It is like 90% scraps and junk and random doodads and trinkets. It looks like there may have been like some food in the cart, but it has mostly been eaten over a time period that you assume would be this week. There's really there's nothing that like immediately screams valuable, but it's all a lot of just random crap.
Right. So there is a market of sorts, and just come on through, and stables are over that way, and
sale. This is my own personal supplies.
oh. Well,
I mean, it can be for sale if you're offering enough money. I'm not one to say no to money.
no.
Yeah, all right, fine. Yeah, I will, park it. Where are my manners, of course. My horse, this is a horse. I've named it Horse. It is a horse, of course. You know, I don't know what else to say about that one. And, I point over at the floating sack of money. This is Jibidi. Bits for short. He's my money elemental.
Money elemental?
Yeah, my money elemental. You can see the coins falling out of him, can't you?
Where are they going?
Yeah, they don't really exist. They're like it's like an abstract concept. They just kind of vanish.
May I? And he kind of like makes a grabby hand motion at the coins, like just to. Can I just see?
Yeah, I mean, like, for the record, Jibidi sounds like a slot machine at all times, just constantly dumping out coins. The coins are tangible for the most part. Like, they have a solid impact to them, but, like, after a second, they just disappear into mist.
Momo kind of, like, holds some coins, and then they disappear into mist, and he's like, that's incredible.
Yeah, thank you. He was not cheap.
He's actually very cute.
Yeah, well, you can touch him if you want, but that's kind of weird.
I won't do that until I... Anyway.
I mean, he doesn't really react unless I tell him to. Like, I just poke Jibidi, and he just kind of, like, bounces and bobs and floats in the air. Just kind of dumbly.
I love him so much.
Yeah. But he kind of does what I tell him to do.
I see.
So I heard something about a stable that I could maybe put Horse in.
Right, of course, your horse.
Right.
Just follow us and we'll
Thanks.
get it sorted.
All right.
This is quite a place you got here. Oh my god.
There looks to be a lot of activity going on here, Scam. A lot of construction, a lot of actually built buildings that I'm sure you'll have a chance to better go over at some point. But for now, you feel a chaotic energy in the air.
Oh no. Do I draw?
Ooh, yeah. You draw a card.
Yeah.
What'd I get? I got something.
All right.
The bear?
The bear! Oh my god! I don't think we've gotten the bear before either, and I love the bear so much.
What happens?
For the...
Bear.
You hear the sound of a very angry bear behind you, Scam. Turn around, and the bear is charging towards Pat and Rance Hall.
I thought I lost you 3 days ago, you piece of shit! I immediately draw my arcane firearm and level it at the fucking bear.
The bear roars as you do, completely unscared by the arcane firearm.
Yeah, Jibidi! Is it like running to attack me?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, okay. Shit, what the fuck do I do? Jibidi, fucking hit it! And I'm gonna use Jibidi's Force Strike feature to, like, turn the part of his sack form that's dumping the coins to like kind of like level at the bear, and like a volley of coins like launches at the bear's face. So I'm gonna use Jabitti's ranged strike.
Cool.
Or sorry, his force strike. So let me roll for that. Oh boy. Natural 20.
You know, I was gonna see if the bear was intimidated, but Jabidi, with like stone cold precision, shoots a coin right between the bear's eyes. The bear roars, is struck, kind of stops, rubs its temple, looks around very confused, turns around and lopes off.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Told you if you came after me again, I'd fuck up your day. So now we're both assholes. God, I like turn back to the party, like sheath my arcane firearm. Fucking hate that guy. Jeez. Anyway, how about that bathhouse?
Yeah, right. Just this way.
All right. Momo, Corellian, and Scan head into the bathhouse, and we'll leave them in there for a bit as we head back to Malifane and Quintessa in the library.
Does Malifane hear the growl of the bear from the distance that he's at?
Roll a perception check, Malifane, because you've got fucking insane perception and might be able to make it.
I really hope I don't, but okay, let's do it anyway. Pull up character sheets. Perception. There we go.
Nope.
Don't hear it?
It's quite a distance away, there's a lot of construction, and you're inside while the bear is outside.
Very good. Okay. Alright. Easy goes there.
Alright. You settle back into the library.
So, hey.
Yes.
Are you okay after all of that?
Me? I'm fine. I mean, he was quite a distance away, so it was more just the sounds that, shook me a bit, but I'm fine.
Something a little bit different about you. I don't know if I can quite put my finger on it.
Well, I haven't changed much. Don't know what you're talking about.
No, I suppose not.
You look tired.
Anyways, it's just been a long one. The adventure, the trip down to the city hasn't been the best results.
No, I mean, well, you never stay here for more than 2 days, so I can imagine.
I know. I apologize for that. I just wish that things could just be a little bit quieter for once. I just want things to kind of go back to the way they were.
That's not so easy with war, Malifane.
Hey, how's that book that you're working on, by the way? Rose on the Battlefield, right?
Oh, well, I've had to, not put it away per se, but I've had to put it on hold. Just being a librarian is busy.
Stormkirk been giving you too many hours.
Well, no, it's more just keeping myself distracted.
How so?
Well, not worrying about you or Estel.
Hey, you know...
What?
We could find him together. I mean, we're both worried about him, so what's stopping you from joining us? I'm sure if we talked to Stormkirk, he would understand. I could put him in a word myself.
Mal, I feel by now that if Eskel had wanted to come back, he would have by now. I'm not exactly optimistic.
What's troubling you about it? Do you honestly think he's not going to come back?
Well, I'd like to hope, but I have a feeling I know why he's not coming back.
Hey, I don't think... You know that he loves you just as much as I do. I doubt this has anything to do with that.
No,
I don't think he would have proposed otherwise.
Well, I don't know, maybe he just prefers his independence, you know? And it's not in my position to stop him if he wants to continue like this.
Something tells me this is just a test of me. He was the one who bothered me about this after all. He wanted to separate himself with the Fey woman. And, well, I'm the one suffering the consequences just as much as we all are.
Well, regardless, this is your mission, Malafane. I don't want to intrude on it.
Quintessa, you've never been an intrusion. Every step of my life, you've supported me. Whether it was with Escal himself, or even teaching me how to use a bow. What's that?
Well, yeah, yes, but... I mean, look at you. I never thought I'd see you going out and saving the world.
It's because I know I have people by my side. And... honestly... And he pulls out the ring that he got from Ashrin Alora. Who's to say I can't have one more?
Wait.
First ring...
I've already got one, though.
You have one from Escal. That's correct. But I suppose I figured I could maybe supply one of my own.
Oh, no!
So what say? Are you willing to save my man?
Well, with you at least. Now that you're here. I don't want to see you go again.
Then come with me. Come with all of us. You won't be alone again. I promise.
She takes the ring.
I love you.
I love you too.
Right.
She hugs him.
He hugs back.
Welcome to Inspiration Town, lads.
Yay! That was
Yay!
illegal.
That was so gay.
Why don't we take a look and see what the other two are up to?
Oh yes, of course. Of course.
All right. You head downstairs and outside right as Momo and Corellian head out of the bathhouses with some kind of smelly goblin.
Still?
You think at this point the smelliness is more an inherent character trait?
I never established that was stinky, but fuck, okay.
Not like physically stinky. The stench is gone. It's more the attitude is completely smelly bastard, man.
Oh.
Fair. Fair.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah. Yeah. Sparkling clean, huh? You got calamine and everything. That was nice. Yeah, like just touching his skin. It's so soft. Oh, man.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
Malafane, Quintessa. This is Scam, yo.
Hello?
And he kind of like gestures to the smelly goblin.
Scam is just in a bathrobe. Hand forward. Scam likely. Pleasure to meet you.
Malafane hesitates, but he puts a hand forward
And, oh, Ashante, who is this? I ignore Mal's hand and, like, move. Like, over to Contessa. Pleasure to make your acquaintance, madame. Scamuel Thelonious Likely.
That's Miss Krina to you.
Miss Krina. Pleasure to meet you and, was it Malcolm? What'd you say your name was?
That's Malifane, sir.
Malifane. Ha. Well, pleasure to meet the both of you. This is Jabidi. Jabidi is also wearing a tiny bathrobe. Say hello.
Goodness.
Hey, Bits, say hello. Says nothing, but like one of its like ragdoll arms like goes forward.
Curious.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much.
That is an interesting contraption you have there.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I'm kind of loaded up on interesting contraptions. Yeah, this is, he's like my assistant, you could call him. He's a money elemental, technically. Yeah, that's right. That's what you are.
Mm-hmm.
How on earth did you manage to create something like this?
It was a long and elaborate process, and I'm sure you don't want to hear about it. Anyway, I am starving. By chance, do any of you folks have some food that I might be able to eat? Because I've been out in the wilderness surviving for the last week. Ate most of my food on day one. Been living off of a healthy diet of dirt, grass, roots,
we have a
honey,
kitchen.
which is how I summoned the bear. Strangely enough, that thing was not mad. That thing was not happy that I started eating its honey.
I'm sorry,
Really?
Bear.
Oh yeah. I just point behind me.
Oh.
Jabidi brained it with a coin, it's fine.
Yeah, Jibidi's kind of a stone cold killer.
Oh yeah.
We have a kitchen. We can get you something to eat.
I would deeply appreciate that. Thanks. So,
Alex, what's on the menu?
yeah.
All right, you all head into Baton Rance Hall proper, get settled down in the dining room. Dinner tonight is shepherd's pie.
Woo!
Mhm.
Oh, delicious.
Yeah.
Before walking down that direction, Mal leans just towards Momo and just whispers, I do not care for him.
Maybe he'll lighten up soon.
Oh, fuck! This place is huge!
This is,
Yeah, that's what I said the first
Yep.
time.
Is this like... I bet you did. Is this like some sort of, like, artistic hipster commune?
Artistic? No, it's owned by Lord Batten. Well,
Lord Stormcloak
yes, Stormcloak.
generously allowed us to stay here as long as we kept it in supreme condition.
Think more of a
Oh.
fiefdom than a commune.
Exactly.
Oh, I did not know I was dealing with nobility. Well, very well. I will have to put on my best suit to meet this Lord Stormkick. I just have the one suit, but I mean, I'll I'll clean it off or something, I guess.
Is Scam still in his bathrobe? Because
Yeah,
I don't
100%.
think
Oh my
we stopped
goodness.
anywhere.
You didn't
still
stop
in his
anywhere.
bathrobe. And fully, like, he's carrying his bag full of his stuff behind him. He's just wearing a bathrobe.
He is fair.
He's still wearing his top hat, though.
Very important.
But like, even with the bathrobe on, he still wears a black glove on his right hand. So the black glove and the hat are the two things he's still wearing when in his bathrobe.
All right.
Good lord.
Oh my god. So
So is there a
naturally,
place I could change?
You can use my room for now. It's upstairs to the
Got
left,
it.
and then
Just
Just
already
go
off on the
straight.
way to the room.
it's to the left, not the right.
Oh, never mind. Okay, go the other way.
Mal lets out a very ill.
I have a feeling we're going to be putting up with him a lot longer than we think.
What's
He's
wrong
not
with
the
him?
weirdest person who showed up.
That's true.
Seems like an interesting person.
all right. So eventually, Scam, you get changed. Everyone
Yes.
heads downstairs for dinner. A couple minutes into the dinner, some workers you can see in the entrance hall come by with a massive printed map of Irion that they start carrying upstairs. being guided up the stairs by Bert, the manager of Vat and Rance Hall, who looks to the side, sees everyone at the dinner table, looks back, does a double takeover, just points the workers upstairs, and walks over. All right, so I got 2 questions, says Bert, whose art I'm going to pull up here right now.
Yay!
Give me that good
Yes,
fucking boy.
ma'am.
Yeah.
I
Points
His crotch
upstairs
is so
towards the
low.
direction of the library. What the fuck?
there's a lot of things that could mean in conjunction with the library.
Big
And
kaboom! This afternoon, what the fuck?
Trevelyan had an incident.
Accidental.
Okay, well that just sounds like completely normal for him. What exactly made the big kaboom?
He was taken by his patron, and now he's stuck in a book.
He fucked with
story
weird
short.
magic.
That.
Yeah.
Ah. Well, sucks for him. Second question. Points to Scam. What the fuck?
How you doing? Ah, yeah, nice to meet you too.
This is Scam.
Scamuel Flowing
Scam-
is likely at your service, goblin artificer, traveling merchant, entrepreneur, a bunch of different titles, stopping by your luxurious hall for a bit of like an intermittent visitation on the road. I met with some unfortunate complications, and I must say that your hospitality is most generous.
He showed up starving and half dead, followed
Yeah,
by a
well-
bear.
The bear's gone now. Don't worry about the bear.
Bert just slowly nods, taking all this in. Right. Well, since apparently we got a merchant among us, and you people look like you've been out of it for like, oh god, it's only been a couple hours, but you look like you've been out of it for a couple months. Think I might as well take this time to catch you up on the shit that's going on in the hall. Yeah, that work for you?
Yeah, thank you, Bart.
Please.
All right. He sits down, takes a seat, gets past a plate of shepherd's pie from some of the kitchen staff. Right, so, a lot of stuff's under construction there at Bat and Rance Hall. Among it is the war room, should be done in about 3 days. We just got the fancy map for it. You can take a look before they take it upstairs. And here it is, the fancy new map once it loads on my end.
Whoa! That is so cool! Well done, Alex!
Hell yeah.
Oh, that looks so good!
Where is Marthorn? Just question.
Mawthorn. I may have slurred the word. It was Mawthorn. Yeah,
all
yeah.
right.
If I remember correctly, it's right there. Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah. Right down there, towards the southwest. Not the southwest, that's any direction. Southeast, by the waste of Dragatha.
Weast, what kind of map are
Quite a
you
place.
reading?
Look, it's very hard to read the compass when it's being turned on its side.
Yeah, that's where I'm from. Right there, I point. Yeah, that's it.
Also, I'm gonna put the spelling of it in chat real quick. Mawthorn.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. As everyone is probably aware, there's a whole lot of civil war going on, so we took the liberty to draw some political lines. Anything to the southeast is firmly human holdings. A little above that, we got the Marrow. They're pretty aligned for right now. I don't see them being a problem fighting each other. We are currently in a zone that no one is holding any claims to. Thank God. I do not want military occupation in here. That would suck, and I would have to deal with a lot of paperwork.
Yeah, I can only imagine what could happen if anyone tried to lay claim.
Right. Down south, we got the elves in their city. That's Ashrin Alora. Got a little dwarf outpost out there somewhere. I don't know. I've never been there myself. Then west of that, we got the Western Hold. So called because it's got a pretty big stronghold there with the orcs, but they have like zero interest in politics, so I don't know what the hell's going on. And then there's the Dead Zone. The Dead Zone sucks. Let's not think about the Dead Zone. Then we go up top, we got the Oriad, which used to be where the dwarves were, but then they got ousted. And then, of course, there's the kobolds, where you guys were a couple of weeks ago, getting your asses kicked by a dragon.
Thank you,
Alex,
Bert. I'm glad to see you have great faith in us.
You
Alex,
guys
out of-
fought dragons?
Just one.
Alex, out of character, what's up with Angel Island over here?
Oh, that? Yeah.
Spoilers, maybe?
Huh, who knows? Anyway.
Okay.
Get fucked, Scott.
Get fucked, Scott. What, Angel
Hey,
Island?
just curious. Just curious.
You can ask about it in character if you want.
All right. No, I don't think I will, but thank you.
Excellent.
But what's that weird-looking island down there?
Oh, that ain't an island. That's a floating earth moat. It's a collection of elemental energy, like earth and air combined together, sending this like flying hunk of rock and dirt up in there.
I see. Okay.
You know, interestingly enough, flying hunk of dirt is what my ex used to call me. Yeah. Anyway,
Spare us the details.
I
Yeah.
will. Do not worry.
Can't possibly imagine why.
Yeah, no.
Anyway, since there is civil war going on and you people have been at the forefront of it, one of the things that we haven't had eyes on witnesses for is a conflict between the elves and the Oriad, which is apparently pretty bad. Info Network said it's something to do with trade routes. I don't know, elves are pretty big merchant people, Oriad aren't. Yeah. Otherwise, so far, kobolds have been chased away from the Marrow's place, and Okidi have been chased away from Port Mirandu. Who knows when they're coming back? I don't imagine that's gonna be pretty.
Doesn't sound like it.
Not especially. And last but not least, the stuff that I am in charge of handling, construction around Batman's Hall. I could give you a full rundown of everything that's here, but for now, I can just tell you what's under construction. We got 2 farms in the making, specialty ones, one dealing with crops and one dealing with meat. God Tower, that's almost done. We're almost done reinforcing that. The Enchantry down in the basement, we're about to expand our Arcanist research room. Maybe it'll do some actual, enchanting down there. Training ground construction's going pretty well. Revamping the battle ring we have. Then we're currently pretty close to hiring out a traveling weapons merchant and armor merchant, fixing the accountant office over in the tavern, and getting that contract done with the Mail Workers Guild so we can actually get mail here from people who don't run in every couple of weeks, maybe.
Right.
So incredibly useful. Thank you very much, Bert.
You're welcome, you're welcome. If you're thinking about constructing anything else, I'm right here, and I can show you the list of everything that's available.
What do you think, guys?
I don't think we really need to build anything else right now. I think we need to focus on the elves and the Oriad right now.
Alright, says Bert with a shrug.
Thank you, Bert.
He waves, takes up his bowl of shepherd's pie and a glass of beer, and heads upstairs.
So I'm assuming that your path is gonna probably be heading in the direction of Ashran Alora, huh?
That's the idea.
Yes, actually.
Well, look. We're probably gonna be around each other for a couple more days then. That's great, because I'm still heading there after, I recoup.
So, if that cart isn't full of things that you're selling, why exactly were you on the way to Ashran Alora in the first place?
That's a great question. And, what are you, Mr. Nosy Nose? Okay, well, look, anyway, I was on my way to Ashran Alora because I received correspondence from an old friend of mine. Not really a friend, more like an old enemy. I fucking hate the guy, but it is what it is. Told me that he had some sort of weird thing that he'd like me to take a look at. Kind of a bit of an arcane specialist myself. So I'm, going to check it out.
Okay.
Does your friend have a name by any chance?
He does. Interestingly enough, his name's Jack O'Lantern.
Oh,
Excuse me.
Yeah? Sorry, did I stutter? His
I
name
kinda
is
looked
Jack O apostrophe
No,
Lantern.
we got it the first time.
Okay,
I
just making
kinda-
sure.
Momo looks to Malifane and kind of mouths like, haven't we met?
Mal mouths back. Yes, we have.
Well,
What were
since
you
we're going
doing
there,
talking
why
with
don't
him?
you come with us?
Well,
Make the journey
yeah, I
easier.
mean, I think that would be easier. And what was I doing talking to him? Well, like I said, I fucking hate the guy. He, stole from me several years ago. Haven't heard from him since, but then I got a letter being like, hey, I know that things went down pretty badly. I'm paraphrasing here, of course. But bygones can be bygones. To make up for it, I got this weird thing I want you to take a look at. And no, basically for free. Come down. If you want to beat me up, you can. I may have added that part myself, but really, it was subtext.
Alright then. When do we want to leave?
I think we should take a few days to just oversee a few things. I don't know about you guys.
You can, in fact, speed up construction on some of the projects by overseeing them, one per character.
I will oversee the watchtower.
Okay,
I'll look over the training grounds.
got it.
I guess. Wait, did anyone say the guard tower already, or?
Momo.
Okay.
And I don't know what's going on, so I'm just here to have a good time.
Same.
Yeah, Malaphane's gonna oversee the mail because of personal reasons. Yeah.
Oh.
Aw.
No.
All right, and Quintessa and Scam will not be overseeing anything. Excellent.
No, we will not.
Right. Well, great dinner and all that. If anyone needs me, I'll be in the wine cellar getting schnick.
Wait, there's wine here?
Can I come with you? If
Oh,
not,
no.
it's fine.
Yeah, come along, Momo. Scamuel, find someone, they'll direct you to a place to stay. Welcome to Baton Rental, etc., etc.
Thank you very much. I look forward to my stay. And I will say, in Draconic, I will say, many thanks for your hospitality.
Crowley keeps I keep a straight face, but my ear sort of flicks. And I sort of do a little curt nod to you and fuck off to the wine cellar. Yeah.
I have to ask then, how much of that did Mal legitimately hear?
You certainly know the word thank you from spending a lot of time around the kobolds. So, enough to basically know what Scam was saying.
Oh my god, he knows Draconic.
Quintessa also knows Draconic.
Oh, this is gonna be...
You know Draconic! You know Draconic!
You know Draconic!
Like Scam.
Technically, Mal doesn't know Draconic, he's just... Yeah, he just knows how to pick up a few things from certain languages.
Okay.
Scam like takes a bit of his clothes and like brings it to his nose and sniffs and just gotta get that laundered. He pulls out it's just a random like little palm-sized rock that he has in his pocket and some tinker tools and begins to like carve and inscribe these runes into it and then like taps on it, squints at it, spits on it, and like rubs his thumb over it, then tucks it in his back pocket. Seconds later, he starts to smell like it's almost like this why am I forgetting the word? Cologne. Thank you. Cologne scent
Oh my god.
kind of wafts off of him in a 10-foot radius.
You know what?
Excellent.
Yeah.
With my magical tinkering.
Magical tinkering smell. Amazing.
Tinkering smell.
Yeah, excuse you, servant. Can you direct me to where I will be sleeping for the evening?
Alright, one of the construction workers just kind of stares at you, carrying up some wooden beams towards upstairs. Guess all straight up across from the shrine, you can't miss it.
Thank you, most kindly. And I'm going to go find my place of lodging.
Alright. Finally, there's some use for the actual guest hall that you had installed in Batman's Hall so long ago.
I have it all to myself.
Excellent. Alright.
You do not want to know what I'm going to do with each of these rooms.
So,
Malaphane just shudders, shrugs it off, and goes back to his post.
cool. Alright. So, the rest of the night passes fairly uneventfully, and everyone is woken up by the sounds of construction.
The
Scam takes out another stone, inscribes it, and instead it has like wave crashing noises emanating from it, and puts it directly next to his pillow, so he has some white noise to go to sleep to.
Nice.
God.
I'll ping the ability in chat because I might as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big one, but yeah.
It's a
Sorry.
big one, but it's basically Artificer prestidigitation.
Yeah, yeah.
New class. New class.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. All right. Everyone wakes up, has some breakfast. It's bacon.
Momo kind of just doesn't really eat. He doesn't look like he slept very well.
Something wrong, Momo?
He shrugs. I mean, my friend is gone. I'm as okay as I could be. Can you blame me?
No, I can't.
I know everything will be okay, and that.
Don't mind that.
Okay.
Well, now I'm gonna worry about it. I'm as okay as I'm gonna be, and I know that everything's gonna be fine. And but
Well, you should at least try and eat something considering how much you drank last night.
This is something we're all gonna have to work together on. Work through.
we'll get through this. He kind of
I understand.
And eats his breakfast.
I understand that drinking alcohol can be a stress reliever, but please don't rely on it.
I'm not going to. I'm smarter than that.
Good,
Thank
good.
you for your concern.
No, of course.
I don't need more than one person in my life.
At this moment, Scam walks into the eating hall with a fucking just like armful of like apples and bread and some like bacon just hanging out of his mouth and just a flagon of like I don't know, like milk or something. Just walks in and goes, "Oh my god, you guys have everything!" And I just sit down at the table.
Morning, Mr. Likely.
It like dumps out onto the table.
Wait, aren't those my apples?
Yeah. Just take a bite out of one.
What are you doing with my apples?
Oh, they're tasty. They're ripe. They look pretty good. Why? Why are they
Those
like
are
yo?
Malaphane's apples. You took Malaphane's apples.
What? Like Scam like kind of pales for a second. Wait, what? What's
Momo
wrong?
has
What-
this like wide-eyed look.
What's wrong with his apples?
You took Malaphane's apples.
I
What-
just sit back with the biggest.
Somebody
smile on
tell
my
me.
face.
Somebody tell me what's wrong with the apples. He starts like spitting out. It's like yeah.
Those are Malaphane's apples.
You don't want to know what he's done with those apples.
Would you
I
like to
just, like-
contest that?
With what?
Perception.
Just do it.
Sure, I will. With my 6 wisdom. With an natural.
Oh! Okay then.
So, Malafane, what were you doing?
My 2 rolls have been natural 20s. Why is it that low?
What the hell?
So, Malafane, what were you doing?
He was trying to just get behind him so he could give him a good punting, but, well, that didn't work out.
Were you gonna pick him up? and eat him
Scam, you
across
turn
the
and you see a very angry-looking half-elf standing behind you.
You're just fucking with me, aren't you? There's nothing wrong with the apples. Okay, I won't eat. But they're your apples? Okay, I see where we may have gotten off on the wrong foot. I apologize for taking your apples, and I like slide the apples back over to him, including the one I took a big bite out of. There you go. Your apples return to you in perfect condition.
You get 1.
Thank you. I take the one that I already took a bite out of, and I just.
Oh, this is going to be the death of me.
I apologize for my voraciousness. Again, I've been starving in the woods for quite some time, and
You know
Oh.
what? I can
Yeah.
work with that.
yeah.
That's
You
fine.
should be a little more generous, Malafane.
You know what?
He is your
You're
guest.
right. Maybe
Why,
I've been a
thank
little
you,
too
Miss
harsh.
Karina.
Oh, you're quite welcome.
Maybe I've been too harsh. You'll have to forgive me. We've lost two of our companions. I'm a little bit harsh. Maybe we can make amends here and start over. Let's try this again. Hello, my name is Malifane Lythos. Pleasure to meet you. And extends a hand.
Aha, okay, yeah, sure. My name is Scamuel Thelonious Likely, Goblin Artificer, Entrepreneur, and Traveling Merchant. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I shake your hand. My hand is greasy and wet from all the food I've been eating barehanded.
Oh,
Malifane grimaces a little, but he tries to look past it. God!
Gives this big, toothy goblin grin. There.
Oh shit, ignore
shoot
that,
me?
ignore that.
What the fuck, Malifane?
Did you just shoot
you and regrets nothing.
Did you just Django Unchained me?
No, I promise, I accidentally... No, he tries to look... God, he looks past that, and he just walks back to his seat.
You forgot to shake Biddy's hand.
Ah, you're right.
And Jabidi just lifts a Sackdoll arm over at you.
Ah, you're right. How rude of me. It's very nice to meet you, Jabidi. I offer you my humble welcome.
The head kind of like droops limply forward before it rights itself back up again.
That's adorable, actually. Out of character.
And he shakes his real hand.
Oh.
I guess I should introduce myself as well. My name's Momo Sunfall. It's a pleasure to meet you. And I lift out.
So, you're like a bird, right?
Yes, I'm Aarakocra.
Okay. I shake your hand.
And I shake Jabidi's hand too.
I've of course been introduced to the lovely Miss Krina over here, but I've yet to become acquainted with your friend here. I turn over to Corellian.
Corellian, Baelius, if you'll excuse me, I sort of stand up. I need to go oversee some construction. You mentioned you were an artificer, Scamuel. We actually have we have a tinkerer's workshop. Just go up the stairs, head over, you'll see it. Say hi to
Tinkerer's
for me.
Sorry, wait, hold on, pause, quick pause. Tinkerer's workshop, who works in there?
Panry, a gnome friend of mine, I sponsored his entry to the Tinker's Guild. I am a guild member myself as well.
Good. Slight problem there. I may or may not be banned for life from the Tinker's Guild and all their properties thereof. I just don't want to bring the trouble into your home by going up there and potentially clashing with another member.
Dare I ask how?
It's a very long story. Let's just say I pissed off the wrong people, and for the last 6 years have been unable to get my way back in.
My condolences.
Well, damn, wow. You must have really fucked it, didn't you?
You have no idea. And yeah, I did. But yeah, I did.
Right, I don't want to hear about that. Well,
I'm gonna go see the watchtower. I will see you guys for lunch.
yeah. Well, I haven't heard of you, so Panry probably hasn't either, so just...
I'll, pop my head up and see if, yeah.
Maybe just keep the name quiet.
Yeah, that might be useful.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. So everyone splits off to either oversee construction or go to the Tinker's lab, or I'm assuming in Quintessa's case, go just up to the library.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cautiously go to the Tinker's lab.
Excellent. All right. So, Corellian, as you get to the training ground and oversee the conversion and construction over there, you feel a chaotic surge of energy happening.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I don't think we've seen this one either.
Oh, hey, we're getting to the new stuff. Nice.
Yay!
Fuck!
I think. I can't see the card.
I can.
I can't.
I can't.
I guess
not-
I need to refresh them.
It's not
Sorry
right
about
down
that?
my thing. Oh,
There it is.
there it is.
It's off to the side.
Oh, there.
No, we've seen this one. It's the juggler.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This dude. Big man.
All right. You hear a loud shink and turn around, and there looks to be like a whole lot of gold pieces, like at least 20 pounds of gold, just having appeared from nowhere right behind you, Corellian. This has definitely not happened to you and you exactly before.
Wait.
Scam's eyes go wide.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
You know, as my esteemed guest, go ahead and take some gold for Jabiti.
Yeah, for Jabiti, sure. Pockets full of gold, shoveling it into my pockets.
You're very generous, Corellian.
I
Exactly how much gold is here?
Around 200
20
gold pieces worth.
I'm like 3 fistfuls in. I said, "You said some of, not all, right?"
I don't give a shit what you do. See you later.
Nice. Jabiti, start catching it, and I just start like shoveling it all into my bag.
Timothy just gets more and more bloated as you start shoving more coins in.
Malithane slowly shifts his eyes to Corellian just to see what kind of expression they will make.
Corellian's about 20 feet out, opening the door and fucking leaving to go to the trade hall, to the trading ground.
Yeah.
Audi.
Momo is also outie.
Malithane just smiles and walks away.
Yeah, after this, I'm just going to the Tinker's Lab.
Cool. All right. Momo, you are overseeing construction over at the watchtower, and with your help, it looks like they will be finished by the late afternoon, especially considering you can fly and get stuff up there to be reinforced in the upper levels very easily.
Excellent.
All right. Corellian is over by the training grounds. I'm trying to decide which of these events happens first, because I've got something for Corellian and I've got something for Momo. You know what? Fuck it. Let's do Momo first.
Oh, man.
All right. Momo, as you take a quick break from overseeing and helping lift things for construction, you feel an eerie presence behind you, and you hear the amulet around your neck.
He turns around and kind of instinctively puts a hand over it.
I recognize it. It is the symbol of Serenata, is it not?
Yes.
You recognize this voice, by the way, Momo, as Ishka, one of the ghosts of Baton Hall. This one is the Aarakocra Major Domo of the hall itself.
Yeah, he yelled at me and called me an insignificant little brat. Because I spelled Serena wrong. Oh, Ishka. You startled me.
I tend to do that.
Yeah.
There's a moment of eerie silence. May I see it?
There's a bit of hesitance with Momo. And he kind of... Why? If you don't mind me asking.
Curiosity. I'm not going to take it if that's what you're wondering. I wouldn't be able to go far with it anyway.
He pulls it out from under his shirt and takes it off and gives it to him.
Alright. The amulet, from your perspective, is just kind of floating in the air in front of you, being slowly turned and twisted in place. Slowly but carefully. He's not trying to damage it. It's been ages since I've seen one of these. They were only given to the chosen of the goddess, her blessed, her faithful, which I was not in my later years.
My mentor gave it to me before he was unfortunately killed. He said that it belonged to my parents and they wanted to give it to me.
Your parents?
I never knew my parents. They were killed.
Most unfortunate. But if the stories I hear whispered around the hall are true, if you are indeed the last of us still alive in Arion, then I suppose by default you would be her chosen. Yet, when I look into your eyes, little one, I see more than just the default. I see a genuine hope in there, a genuine desire to do good things for the sake of being good, not just, well, how do I put this? Doing good deeds to make oneself feel better, I suppose?
For my own benefit?
Well, if it's for your own benefit, it could hardly be called good, now could it?
I wouldn't do things for my own benefit. What good would that do? If it doesn't affect everyone else around me, then it's not really good, is it?
There's a little bit of silence. The amulet extends towards you. You get the feeling that Ishika's holding it out for you to take back.
I take it, and I put it back on, and I clasp it with a loving grip.
Now, it could just be my fading memory, but it doesn't look exactly as I remember.
How's it supposed to look?
Inside the jewel, usually there is a glowing feather of some kind. Pink and gold, like Cyrenita herself, is the ideal, but supposedly it contains even more power should a feather be placed inside.
Like one of mine?
In the absence of anyone else, I suppose, yes.
Mama kind of thinks. There's a bit of silence, obviously thinking. And then he reaches behind his head and plucks out one of his head feathers, one from behind his neck. He opens the amulet and puts it inside and closes it.
Alright. The feather now rests against an actual feather that was in there that does look like Cyrenita's. I suppose I should say there are usually two feathers in there rather than the one. That would make more sense for the weird magic lore. It suits you.
Thank you.
And then there is silence once again.
You said that they were chosen ones. Like, what do you mean by that? I know that you mean the chosen ones of Cyrenita, but how does one become a chosen one?
An odd question, considering you already seem to be one.
I don't know what I did.
Few do.
I'll look more into it. Do you know how they're chosen? I assume not to disrespect.
Like I said, I have been out of faith with the goddess Cyrenita for some time.
Is there any reason?
I found an alternative means of service, and you can hear you can hear some rapid plant growth. You look down, Momo, and in front of you, some twisting stalks of ivy appear, blossoming into rosebuds, and then they quickly sink beneath the ground. That is a gift from my patron. Not the goddess Serenita. I found alternative means. A fey woman. Oh, what was her name again? It's been so long I can scarcely remember. Yes, with hair like autumn leaves.
Do I know?
You've met her before.
I thought I did. I think I've...
Oh. That would make sense. According to everything I know, they're long-lived if not completely immortal.
I must confide in you that when I met her before, I made a deal with her. I gave her one of my feathers, and she gave me a trinket, and I'm not sure where it is now, but I never knew what she did with that feather.
Let us hope that in your lifetime you need not find out.
What kind of patron is she? What does she specialize in? And how can I talk to her, if need be?
I've been trying to talk to her for all these years. If I knew, do you think I would still be here?
I suppose not.
As for what she is, well, obviously she is a fae. Likely one with the Autumn Court.
Are there other seasonal courts?
Well, yes, one for each of the seasons.
Well, is there anywhere I can find more about these courts?
I'm sure there are all sorts of texts carried by those with an interest in the Fae and Sylvan people. Last I checked your library, you didn't order any, though, so that's most unfortunate.
Well, that will change next time we do a library order.
Will that be all?
Yes, thank you for your time.
The eerie presence seems to fade, and it feels like a weight's been lifted off your shoulders as you snap back to the world and back to the sounds of construction.
I look down at the amulet and see both my feathers and Serenita's feathers, and I rub my thumb across it. Oh. And I stuff it back into my shirt and continue back to work.
Alright. Meanwhile, Corellian, during some downtime, when overseeing construction, you do a little bit of work of your own. You take the pipe and the various metal shards that you found when you were on your way back from the City of Shimmering Lights, and you start working on it over the next couple of hours, and find that you can incorporate it into your new armor, the Plate of the Worm. While obviously it's not going to produce oil on the same level as the oil rig, it does still have some in there. And you think you fashioned yourself a makeshift flamethrower.
Damn. My first instinct is to test it, but at the same time, I don't want to say waste what little oil I have. But I am excited. Very excited.
You look over your handiwork, look up at everyone else's handiwork, and you can see across the way from the training grounds, Annabelle Wheelwright is on the roof, putting some finishing touches on affixing a lightning rod to the roof of the alchemist lab. And here's the good girl.
Yeah, good girl. Best girl.
Best girl.
Kawaii.
Everything going all right up there, Annabelle?
Yep, should be able to crank this up into the air next time there's a thunderstorm.
Excellent. Hopefully hopefully it works as well as you. Yes.
Oh, I put in all the calculations, and if it doesn't, I am going to be knocking a whole bunch of things over.
Is there anything I can help with?
Well, you got me all the materials. All that's left to do is wait for the weather to cooperate and then hopefully see the fruits of my labor.
Well, I can't help with that, but hopefully it comes sooner rather than later for you.
Hopefully. Have fun working on the training thing. I've seen it from the windows. It looks pretty good. Not my thing, but pretty good.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be prepared should anything, come to pass. Hopefully it won't.
Fingers crossed, she says, holding up very overdramatically, fingers crossed.
She's still standing on the roof, right?
She is still standing on the roof.
Krellian is sort of nervous energy because she is standing on the roof, but she knows what she's doing, hopefully. Nevertheless, I'll sort of hover a little nearby until she's back on the ground because I'm working.
Alright. Annabelle, let me actually check Annabelle's stats real quick, because I think she's fine up there, actually. Yeah, she's got pretty good dexterity. She's fine keeping her balance on a non-moving roof. So, after a couple hours of watching, alternatively, Annabelle and everyone else who's working on construction, Annabelle climbs down from the roof, dusts off her gloves, gives a quick wave to you as she watches you, and then heads back inside the alchemist lab.
Right. Back to work then, I guess.
Alright. Meanwhile, Malifane, as you are overseeing construction of a temporary outpost for the Nail Workers Guild, you wager that by early morning tomorrow they'd be able to complete this particular project. And as you do, a couple representatives from the guild walk back and forth. One does a double take on seeing you, walks over. He is a pretty tall tabaxi who looks to be always moving his feet as if he's ready to take off at any minute. Looks you up and down. Malifane Lythos?
Yes, that's me.
Letter for you from Baylight Hospital.
Oh. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes. Are you okay? Constantly running around like that?
It's good cardio!
Can't argue with that, I suppose. Alright, well, again, thank you for your service. I greatly appreciate it.
Looking forward to a happy working relationship, he says, dashing off at lightning speed.
Even with my legs, I still can't keep up to that. And just with, a laughing sigh, Malifane looks to the letter and opens it up to see what its contents have.
Alright. Dear Malifane Lythos, we regret to inform you that Azalea Lythos has become unresponsive to outside stimulus. Her vitals appear to be healthy, but she has no reaction to anything on the outside world and is currently completely bedridden. The good news, we no longer require you to send over any money for treatment. Payment for her treatment has been completely taken over by the Jack of Diamonds. Regards, Baylight Hospital.
Alex, oh dear. Okay. So a couple things before I go back into character.
Okay.
Do any of these... You said her vitals are responsive.
Yes.
She's still bedridden.
That is correct. Like,
Does
completely
that
catatonic, basically.
Okay, does that sound like anything I may have heard of?
Make a medicine check.
Okay. Not expecting much with this one.
You're not entirely sure, unfortunately, Malifane. That could be any number of things.
Okay. The one I am more interested in, Jack of Diamonds?
The Jack of Diamonds, yes. History check with advantage.
History check with advantage. Okie doke. History. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna use my inspiration for...
Sure, yeah.
Just roll again?
Just roll again.
Okay. That'll work.
I believe the Jack of Diamonds came up recently in conversation, but also, you are familiar with him. Your mother worked for the mercenary organization known as the Four Kings, and one of the leaders of the Four Kings was a man who went by the alias the Jack of Diamonds. He handled the finances for the Four Kings.
I don't understand. Why on earth would he offer to take over his for mother? I just... Okay, calm down. Maybe there's... Maybe there's someone who can look this over. Would there be any records of any of these names anywhere, or
of the Jack of Diamonds? Because that's really the only name besides your mother's name.
Yeah.
People know who the Four Kings are. Generally, anyone who spent a decent number of time learning more about them would know who the Jack of Diamonds is.
Mal is just going to hold on to this letter and just kind of sit with it for a bit, because this is a lot to take in. Yeah.
All right. We'll let you take that in for a little bit. As Quintessa, up in the library. Fairly quiet day up in the library, so you take the time to try doing a little bit of writing.
Yeah.
It's going well. It's going very well.
Yeah.
Like, your hand is moving at twice the normal speed of anyone normally writing things. You don't notice it at first, but then you stop and are like, wait. And you let go of the pen to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
The pen drops onto the desk, and then stands up on its own.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Why? Oh, I've seen weirder.
As you speak, it writes, "Oh, I've seen weirder" on the paper.
No! That's terrifying! I pick it back up and just, like, kind of look at it like, what the fuck? Oh my god. How did I know that joining this group would result in this? Then I kind of, like, put it back down, like, on the table and just, like, hello?
The pen picks back up.
Can you write something?
It writes, "Can you write something?" on a piece of paper.
So you're copying me. Oh, well,
Oh,
this...
so you're copying me. Oh, well, this...
Pick the pen up.
Okay.
Behave. Well, I don't know what the hell's happened here, but... Could be useful. I'm scared to pocket it because I don't know if it's gonna like write on my clothes or something.
It will not. So, I will count this, because you're spending most of the day in the library, as your time studying what exactly the ink does. Now, it's got a couple of different properties. First of which, the time it takes for you to write anything is halved.
Fucking hell.
The second property is the enchanted quill writing the words of whatever you say to it. This is just you kind of figuring it out. You need a command word to make it do that so it won't accidentally write in your pocket, "Fuck me running." Yeah. The third property of this ink, because some of it got on your skin, you can have ink appear in a pattern on your skin, if that's something you wish to do, to convey messages or whatever.
Oh shit, I'm fucking bendy, lads!
Yep. And then lastly, because the ink is on the arrows, you can choose to fire ink arrows when you attack instead. They make no sound, they vanish immediately, and they deal psychic damage.
Holy shit. So the legacy item is literally the ink.
The legacy item
tattoos,
is the
ridiculous.
ink.
That's crazy. I love. You know what? I'm imagining. Who's the reporter from Harry Potter with the little flying quill?
Rita Skeeter?
Rita Skeeter.
Yeah.
My mind, for some reason, was thinking of Epic Mickey. Remember Epic Mickey?
Oh yeah, I remember the reporter from Harry Potter, Epic Mickey.
I hate you.
Oh, that's beautiful, though. Well, I consider this useful.
Excellent. And lastly, we'll head over to Scamuel Thelonious Likely.
Oh boy.
As you open the door to the Tinker's Guild, not the Tinker's Guild, the Tinkering Lab.
I hope not. What the fuck?
Yeah, you transfer yourself over to the Tinker's Guild.
What are you doing here?
Why don't you have a seat?
Have a seat.
I didn't know I was on Dateline Irion.
All right. You enter the Tinkering Lab. You see a gnome with smoke coming out of his hair poke his head up from behind a table with all sorts of clockwork doodads on it. Quirk an eyebrow.
I also quirk an eyebrow.
I do not recall any goblins being around the area.
Yeah, I'm a recent development. Rolled in last night.
All right. What's your name, Ben? My name's Panry, by the way. What's yours?
What was it? You said Pammy?
Panry. Let me write it out for you.
Panry. Yeah, thank you very much. Oh, I can read that. Okay, cool. Thank you very much, Panry. My name's Scam.
All right, I'm going to roll history for Panry.
Oh boy. Oh no. Yeah, Scam. My name's Scam.
Well, pleasure to meet you, Scam.
He says with a big old smile on his face.
I pause and go, yeah, Scamuel Thelonious Likely, really gauging his reaction, but not really. I'm like, okay, yeah. So I offer my hand.
He has.
Yeah,
he
the
doesn't seem to have
kobold,
any significance with the name.
Great. The kobold told me that you had a bit of a tinkering workshop up here, and I'm a bit of an artificer. I work more in the kind of arcane engineering and stuff that goes boom. Not really much of a tinker, I would say, but yeah.
I mean, depends on the tools you work with.
I mean, yeah, I do have tinker's tools. I also use smith's tools, woodcarver's tools. I have thieves' tools as well, which actually are really, tinker's tools are nice, but the thieves' tools really kind of get into the little tiny parts, Interestingly enough, I'm also a bit of a part-time cobbler as well. So if you ever need good shoes or something, I can help you.
So it's a lot of tools. This is specifically a tinkering workshop. There are other workshops that are on the market somewhere if you're looking for places like that.
I know. I was just listing all of my qualifications.
Those are a lot of qualifications. I am very impressed.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you very much. I have tinker's tools. I can tinker, I can do things like I pull out the smelling stone I created last night and just This smells good. This is kind of on the lower end of something I can do, but yeah, it's just, hey, portable perfume. Tuck it back in my pocket.
All right. This is Tinkering Lab. We got some in-house tools here. Very helpful if you own break. It's also very helpful if you need more than one person to work on a project. I think if up to 3 people who know how to use these tools are in here working on a big project, this would be the place to do it.
Is that right? Good to know. I'm also if you ever find yourself in need of tools that you don't possess, I can help you with that. I'm able to do a little fiddling.
I'll definitely keep that in mind. I mean, obviously you got a whole lot of tools. I'll see about expanding my own horizons here sometime soon.
Yeah. But I mean, me in general. If you ever need something anything, I can procure it for you. I just need about an hour.
Fair enough. Currently I'm doing pretty good, all things considered. They had bacon for breakfast. That was nice.
That was delicious. It was really good fucking bacon, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was so good bacon. Where did I get all this bacon?
I don't know. They must really hate pigs.
I mean, fair. Have you seen a pig? They're the worst.
Oh my god, they're fucking terrible. Oh my god. I never met another person who shared my sentiment of how terrible pigs are.
Oh my god, fine. I think you and me are gonna be good friends.
Pigs and bears.
I am indifferent to bears. To bears.
You know what? I can respect that. I've had some bad experiences, but I can respect your opinion.
Fair. That is completely fair.
Yeah, I like you. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, cool. Awesome. Well, just awkwardly staring around the workshop. So, what are you working on?
The project that got me membership into the Tinkers Guild was a wheeled mechanical device with only the one wheel that you could pedal yourself and transport yourself around. Currently, I'm working on something like that, but with 3 wheels.
Oh, so it's like a wheel, you said?
It's like a wheel, but with a seat on it, so you can sit down and wave your legs around in the air like this. He waves his arms instead of his legs,
and it moves in like a cyclical motion.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And it's how about a monocycle? Yeah, it's a monocycle. Wait, is that what you call it?
Yeah, I can call it a monocycle. How did you know that?
I can tune into that kind of stuff, man. Yeah. Monocycle.
Yeah. Excellent.
So, what would you? What, a 3-1 would be a triad cycle?
No, I was thinking a 3 monocycle, but triad cycle that rolls out the tongue so much better.
You could shorten it too to threesicle.
Threesicle. I'll be thinking about that.
Something like that, yeah. Just be spitballing. Yeah, I mean, I got a few things myself. I point at Jibity. This is the common folk. I call him a bit of a money elemental. Really, he's a alchemical homunculus.
Oh I heard of those things. Homunculi. First one I seen in the shape of a bag of coins, though.
Yeah, no, it's a bit of a creative, personal touch. What can I say? I like money, and I mean, I also have this. I pull out my arcane firearm, which I did not describe earlier, so I can take a second to actually detail what this looks like.
Excellent.
I have it's like a gun holster on my side, but I pull out what is essentially a long mahogany wooden wand that the base of it bends and curves into kind of a grip, like you would see in a gun. But instead of having an open barrel, the wood of the wand slenders into a tip, like the tip of a wand, capped with a silver metal. And there's actually a big bit of tape wrapped around the middle where clearly it's broken and been just taped back together. And there's just runes inscribed all along the base of it. Yeah, I made a bit of an enhanced focus for some of my more arcane abilities.
Panry looks at it, nodding, fascinated at basically everything. Yeah, this is a way different design than the kobolds have up north.
Yeah, no, I do things differently than the kobolds.
Fair. We kind of have to do that by necessity. They don't like playing nice with the Tinkers Guild.
They don't. They don't. I know from experience. Yeah, I mean, I got it. That's really kind of. I mean, I also have this. I pull out a boomerang.
That's a curved stick.
That is. It's a boomerang. But it's a special boomerang.
Special how?
Okay, you know how when you throw a boomerang, it returns to your hand?
Yeah.
Okay, this returns to your hand even if you hit something with it.
Holy shit!
So like this, I hurl the boomerang across the room just to throw it like the wall or something. It strikes off and
bonk,
bonk, and instead of clattering to the ground, it immediately just returns to my hand. I catch it and holster it.
Nice.
I can swap these out with other things. I got other things I can do, but these are the things. Oh, yeah, that was a delayed noise, but there we go.
It took the DM a while to find the most suitable noise for a boomerang hitting something.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, so I can make some things from time to time. But yeah, nice little workshop you got in here.
Thank you very much. You planning to stay around for a little while?
For a little while, my path's taken me to Ashra and Alora, which it seems that the intrepid band of adventurers downstairs, I guess you could call them, they seem to be going that same way as well, so I might be tagging along for the time being.
All right. Well, I mean, if it's cool with them, since they're the ones managing the place, then me workshops is Sue. Workshops, I think that's how you say it in Dwarven.
Yeah, I don't speak Dwarven, but sure. Yeah. Those fucking dwarves, am I right? Yeah. Okay, well, cool.
Cool.
Thanks.
All right. You have a good one.
Yeah. By any chance, you said you were with... I'm saying I'm halfway there. You said you were with the Tinkers Guild, yeah?
Oh, yeah. The Corellian, the kobold who you talked with the intrepid band of adventurers.
Yeah.
They helped me fix up my unicycle, which, I mean, you need some kind of invention to get membership into the Tinkers Guild, and this was mine.
Right, yeah. The
motorcycle, excuse me.
Yeah, I was going to say, you changed the name all of a sudden, you can't do that with a patent. Okay, yeah, you just hang around here, do you ever really talk to the other members of the Tinkers Guild?
I am currently the main representative in this neck of the woods.
Great. Well, good to know, buddy. Nice meeting you. Panry, right?
Panry, yeah.
Nice, yeah. Okay, see you around, Panry.
See you around, Sam.
And I walk away.
All right. The rest of the day is fairly uneventful. The guard tower construction is complete, and what was once basically a bunch of stairs and a platform is now a fully reinforced and centralized guard tower with views across all of Baton-Rance Hall and a bit beyond.
Ooh.
And you all head back inside to get some dinner.
I gotta say, this place is really nice. You guys got it. You got it all over here. But where's this lord I keep hearing about? I've yet to actually make his acquaintance.
He comes about and goes his places.
Fair enough. Nobility, am I right?
Yeah, we're kind of threatened with bodily harm unless we did what he wanted, so we're stuck with.
What can you do?
Yeah, nobility, am I right?
What's on the menu, Alex?
Boiled crab.
Yum!
Nice.
I have to say, I have not eaten crab since my days in Port Mirandu.
Wait a minute.
Wait.
So what city did we just come from again?
You came from the city of Shimmering Lights.
Oh, no.
What?
Wait, you were in Port Miranda?
Yeah, no, a while ago. 6 years ago or so, something like that. Spent some time there. Yeah.
So you're a well-traveled man.
No, I'm not. I haven't traveled much. I mean, I've grew up in Port Mirandu, and then left Port Mirandu, and I've been at Mothorn for the last 6 years. So I haven't really left the eastern part of this continent. Don't really get around much. Don't have much time to go places. This is my first time going to Ashra and Alora, so I mean...
Well, maybe this will be a riveting experience for you.
Many experiences end up being riveting experiences for me.
Why'd you leave Port Mirandu if you grew up there?
It's complicated.
I get that.
Yeah, it's, like I said, I may have made some enemies, and let's just say I kind of got run out of town.
Well, here's hoping you don't make any more enemies, Samuel.
Thanks. Unlikely, but thanks.
Out of character, was that a pun?
No,
What?
unlikely.
It's
no.
unlikely.
Oh my god!
I wasn't going to say anything.
It is now.
All right, in that case,
Scott Ornstein to
Pun
not say
damage!
anything.
What? I take there's pun damage?
Xander, you take 5 pun damage. Not scam, Xander.
Oh, me.
Welcome to
Okay.
Fallen
Ah,
Empire.
ow! I hurt now. Fun. Okay. Okay.
I has nosebleed.
Why the fuck is my nose bleeding? What the fuck?
Yeah, Malifane is like gazing between the conversation and the letter, and he just says, "Yeah, that tends to happen from time to time."
Do I see this?
How obvious are you being about looking between the letter and the conversation, Malifane?
I don't think he's trying to hide it.
Absolutely, you
But-
see this then.
I just tap him on the leg and then just not say anything to him, but kind of give him like a look of just like, "Are you okay?"
Oh, it's just a letter from Baylight. They've stopped finances for my mother.
Wait, Azalea's in. Wait, did Quintessa ever get told that Azalea's in hospital? I can't remember.
I feel like he told her that she was in the hospital, but I don't
Yes.
think he really told her.
Alright.
Yeah.
Oh. Is she. How is she?
I can't really make anything out of it. I mean, it said that her vitals were stable, but it doesn't really go into too much detail other than, well, I mean, take a look for yourself. And he hands her the note.
I will read it. Oh my god, Malifane, I'm sorry, I didn't realize she was this bad.
To be honest, neither did I. I'm at a loss for words. To be honest.
Hey,
Actually,
she's still.
I
It
mean,
still says her vitals are healthy. There's that at least.
I just wish I knew more about this Jack Diamond's character. I mean, I know that he's part of the Four Kings, but we don't really have any records of him.
Don't
Well-
worry about that.
This seems kind of serious. Should I leave the room? I feel awkward.
No, it's all right.
Isn't Baylight near Ashran Alora, Malifane? Isn't that right?
Yes, it is.
Well,
You want me to point out where Baylight is?
That would
yes,
be
please.
Yeah.
Baylight!
Baylight is on an island in the heartland of Irion. It's in the center.
Oh, we gotta swim.
Wait, I
Take a boat.
oh
No,
I-
swimming's more fun.
Yeah.
I see the island. That is a lot of trees.
Yeah. There's some trees that way. Wonder what that is.
That's
Well-
probably nothing to worry about.
Well, the point is, Malifane, is you don't have to worry about payment anymore. Just know that she's safe.
Hoping so. Anyway, what about the rest of you? Did you find anything out while you were working?
Actually, I did, and I needed to talk to you in Corellian about it. So, Ishka visited me when I was working on the watchtower.
Ishka came to you directly?
Yeah, he asked me about my amulet, and it led to an interesting conversation about a Fey woman. Do you guys recall the Fey woman that we met?
Yes. Actually, I do. She was the one who split S and I. Well, go on.
That's
What did you learn?
Apparently, she's a patron, and she's in a guild of sorts. There's an autumn guild, there's a spring guild, a summer guild, and a winter guild. There's some for all 4 seasons, and Ishka didn't know anything else about it, but that Fey woman is his patron.
We did not have any books on that matter.
We need to do that as soon as we can.
The sooner we can find out about that, this could be a great lead. The sooner the better off we'll be.
I still remember giving her one of my feathers, and I don't think she's going to do it. But
You're not, thinking of getting a patron of your own, are you?
No. I already have my own. That's Sirenita, and I pull out the amulet.
Well, that's a relief.
Yeah, you don't need to worry about that.
If you need books ordered in, I could try and get some for you.
That would be amazing. Thank you.
Of course.
Man, this is a lot to take in.
Yes,
I mean, I'll be honest, I don't know half of what you guys are talking about, but it sounds exciting.
honestly, same.
The information that we're getting, we're on a roll. We're on fire.
I mean, I've read about Fae things occasionally. I wouldn't call myself an expert, but eh.
Does Malifane notice the thing?
I don't know. Corellian, did you bring your flamethrower armor to the dinner table?
No, I usually change out of my armor when it comes to dinner and then going to bed. So I'm not a complete animal.
Yeah, come on, dude.
Fair enough.
Also, that shit's heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that part I didn't consider, but that's fair.
actually, I think you'll like this smell. It appears the ink bubbles that were following me have proven to be of a bit of a benefit.
Go on.
She pulls out the quill and, I guess she pulls out some paper she's got on hand. And, she kind of puts the quill down.
Alright.
You can stand up now.
You speak the command word and the quill stands up ready.
What is the command word?
What the shit?
It does not matter. It does not fucking matter. It just exists that it is a command word so you don't accidentally do it.
Oh, okay.
Quill, up! Good boy!
Good boy!
Erect!
I didn't want to be the one to say it. I did not want to be the one to say it.
I got you, Xander.
We got Atlas offering up command word. Okay, Google.
Okay.
Okay, Alexa.
Cancel.
Okay, goggles.
I'm not calling the quill Alexa.
Come on.
But,
I almost made a terrible mistake because I do have one of those smart homes in here with me.
That's why I said it.
Okay, Bing.
Bing.
Hey.
Okay,
No.
Baidu. Okay, Ask Jeeves.
Let's go.
Okay, so she
Intelligent.
writes.
Okay,
She
cool.
said, "Oh, she doesn't write, but she says, this is a love letter to you, Malifane."
Aw.
The quill writes it along with her reading it out.
Should we leave or?
I mean, I don't know. This kind is just kind of awkward.
I'm just
Are
trying to demonstrate.
are they usually like this all the time?
Well, I'm sorry, but I can never really tie him down. He's always just running up.
I bet you tie him down up top. Whoever's next to me.
Oh no,
Colin
that's...
wordlessly raises a claw.
High five.
High five.
Actually, no, that's the other half of him. But regardless,
You haven't said the command word to stop, so it's been writing all of that.
Malifane doesn't know the spell message, but if he did, he would be communicating to you right now. They will never find your body.
all right,
He doesn't have that spell, so I don't hear anything.
she tells the quill to stop and just kind of quickly scrunches the paper.
If you'd like, I can dispose of that for you. I hold out my hand.
Throws it to him.
Take it. I tuck it in my pocket.
Yes, very disposed of.
Yeah, well, I'll burn it later or something. You don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But regardless.
Malphane just snatch it from him.
Stop.
From his pocket?
Yeah.
Oh.
You're a rogue! Steal it back!
You know what? Fuck it. You're right.
Sleight of hand with disadvantage.
You know what? Okay. Sure.
Don't worry, my passive perception is 8.
Yeah, but you still got a natural 20 last time.
He can't possibly fuck it up.
Can't possibly.
No, my passive perception is 8. I catch the paper, I tuck it in my pocket, go back to eating, and fucking he just pulls it out of my pocket. And walks away.
Yanks it out.
I don't even notice.
But regardless, it seems that whatever that ink was has enchanted this quill.
You, mind if I mean, just putting this out there, I'm actually pretty capable at, identifying things, so if you ever need to know details or anything, I can, lend my services.
Well, I've done as much research as I could into it, so I should be alright for now. It's just, considering where the ink came from, that is a slight worry.
Where did it come from?
This book.
Okay, I mean, I can read books. Like, what kind of book are we talking
I'm
here?
gonna head off for the night later.
Bye.
Oh, okay. Have a good night.
That was well timed.
Yeah. Regardless, it is a book that's currently sealed shut, so I don't think we're getting answers from it for a while.
Like, magically sealed shut?
In a manner
I
of
would
speaking.
assume so.
Oh, that's no big deal. I'm really good with that kind of stuff. I could take a crack at it if you want. I handle dangerous magical artifacts and stuff occasionally for a living. It's not entirely outside of my purview.
Well, I think this exceeds that, unfortunately, and besides, the book isn't in our possession at the minute.
Ah, alright. Well, I'm just saying, you ever want me to take a look at it, I can work some of my artificery wiles.
You said it consumed him, though. Is there any sort?
Whoa, hold on. Hold on a second. Are we still talking about the book? 'Cause fuck. A book that ate somebody?
Yes,
I think you should have explained more, Malphane. Scanlan, basically,
friends in there and the book, kind of. Yeah.
our friend was a warlock, and his patron was in the book. And
Okay.
apparently he asked a little too much from his patron, and the book took him.
Whoa.
And, in a way, ate him. And now
Okay,
he's trapped
that's-
in there, and the book will not open.
I would have led with that, but okay. I mean, are you sure you don't want me to look at it? Because that kind of sounds dire.
I think I'd rather not impose the risk.
I want to remind everyone that one of Malaphane's flaws is that he lacks good social skills.
Scam's flaws are yes.
Yeah.
All right, fine, I guess. You know, your call, but I'm just saying, you know, I could probably cracks his knuckles, try my hand at opening that, or at least getting a read on what it gets capable of. But, your book, your house, your rules.
Well, I do appreciate the offers of services, Mr. Likely.
Yeah, anytime.
As he walks off, Malaphane just continues his line of thought.
Mm-hmm.
As I was saying, was there any sort of example of his presence in there at all?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, if he's in there, how is he gone for good, or is there like a mark of him, or?
There was a page that had an image of him. So he's certainly in there.
Yeah. Yep.
At the very least, then, that does mean that we haven't lost him for good. There could be a way to get him back. Right?
Precisely, but we need to make sure that book doesn't fall into the wrong hands, so to speak. Regardless, though it's probably sealed as it is now, I would imagine that he should be safe for now.
That's good. Very good.
Malaphane, if you would prefer me to stay here and do as much research as I could, then
No, that's fine. Again, we'll figure this all out together.
I understand, but he is your friend.
If I lost any of you, I think I would be a lot worse off. Please. It's okay.
If you insist.
Thank you for your concern, though.
You know I'm always concerned.
Yeah, I know.
Now just go and get some rest.
Promise me you'll do the same? I know you stay up all night with that book, but try to get some sleep yourself for once.
Oh, don't worry, 5 hours is enough for me.
If you say so.
You just notice the bags under her eyes!
They left the room, right?
I would assume so at some point.
I was assuming, because otherwise Scam's just sitting there eating his fucking crap.
Yeah, Momo's just sitting there eating the rest of his dinner as well.
Yeah, just Scam and Momo at the table. Scam just like, so, you fly with those things?
Momo kind of extends his that he now has. I didn't realize how big they've got.
Yeah, he covers his mouth and spits out some food.
What?
Gotta keep going.
Believe it or not, they were actually a lot smaller because I was... Would you care to explain?
Sorry, I got a tickle in the back of my throat. Keep going. I pick up my cup and start to drink from it.
Okay. They were... I was younger, a lot more recent, because I didn't actually learn to fly until recently. So,
Right. Yeah, I can also, I mean, I can also fly, but I don't have wings. Yeah.
how can you fly, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, yeah, it's a thing I can kind of... I mean, I need to work on it for a bit, but, like, it's like, yeah, magical. Well, not magic. I don't really do what you would call magic. I'm more of a kind of, arcanist, but in a more...
Mechanical way?
Sure, we can call it that.
Alright, well, would you mind explaining what you would use to fly? I'm very curious.
I haven't exactly put the workings into that I would need to for today, but I could... Usually, how I fly is I sort of inscribe a number of runes onto my person, as well as a mixture of some of my components and chemicals, as well as some muttered incantation bindings. It gives me the temporary ability to fly. Simple stuff.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's nothing. I mean, it's cool, yeah, but I don't do a lot of, being grounded is my preferred state.
I understand.
Goblins were not meant for the air.
I understand. I usually feel a lot more free when I'm in the air. I don't go up as often because, well, I'm not as good as flying as I would like to be, but I'm still practicing.
Hey, well, it's practice makes perfect, I guess. Isn't that right, Jibidi? Jibidi's head just boom, like lumps forward and like lifts back up. Thank you.
Actually, as it lumps forward, it droops back down and lands on the table with a boom.
Jibidi?
What happened?
What happened? I go over to Jibidi to see what's wrong.
Jibidi feels a lot heavier than usual.
The fuck?
Momo kind of...
I knew that I put gold in you. You're able to... I open up Jibidi.
You put... Wow, that's a lot of lead that's inside Jibidi.
I sniff it. Oh. That piece of shit. Alright, fair game. I take the lead out of Jibidi. How much lead do I have? 20 pounds of lead?
20 pounds of lead.
Hey, you know what? Joke's on him. I can use this. I'll remove 200 fucking gold from my inventory, though.
So
I'll add 20 pounds of lead.
So, for those of you who are just tuning in to Fallen Empires for the first time, first of all, why are you starting on this episode? The juggler gives you gold, which eventually turns to lead.
Oh.
of all time.
You had 20 pounds of lead. You know, I can use this, so, look who's the asshole now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jabidi floats
Just like
back up into the air in a neutral stance when the lead is gone.
Poor thing.
No, he can't feel pain, it's fine.
I was about to ask.
Just emotional pain.
Oh.
A single tear drops down Jabidi's face.
Is it like a glass tear, like that weird thing that happens, like melted glass?
I was born with glass bones and paper skin.
No, it's an illusion. I just did that right now. I made it do that.
Press-
Yeah, you could call it that. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I can do things occasionally. Like, I mean, I got this boomerang.
Boomerang? I haven't played with one of those since I was young.
Well, yeah, it's a special boomerang, though. It returns to my hand all the time. Even if it hits something, it returns to my hand.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Momo pushes out from the chair and grabs a crab leg. Okay. How about this? And then he throws it up.
Oh, fuck. I throw the boomerang right at the crab leg in the air.
Make an attack with the boomerang.
Okay. I forgot to put the boomerang in my character sheet, so I'm just gonna do a d20 roll. I knew I forgot something.
Okay.
This is my boomerang. This is my infused boomerang. So this is a... Oh, yes, it has a +6.
Yeah. Dex.
21.
All right.
Nice! You manage to whack the crab leg as it gets knocked backward and falls onto Momo's face.
Oh, jeez.
And then the boomerang returns back to my hand immediately after. I tug it back away.
That is really cool.
Oh, you thought that was cool? You should try this. Throw something else.
Okay. And he grabs the entire crab body, flies up, and then throws it at Scam.
Whips out my arcane firearm and I'm casting Firebolt.
Okay.
Literally just aims a fucking wand pistol at the crab leg, and I'm going to fire the Firebolt spell. Yeah. This is a 12.
Alright, not enough to hit. It just flies back, just barely misses Momo, who ducks out of the way.
Hey!
Fuck, where's the damn sound effect for the fire launcher?
Oh no.
I got you.
Good
Well,
job, Jojo.
Boom! It just soars past Momo, hits the wall. You assholes better not be setting the hell on fire! You hear Bert yelling.
Nothing.
That. Yeah, oh, I put my arcane firearm back away. Yeah.
I fly back down. Did you make that as well?
This? Oh, yeah, I did.
Would you mind, I don't know, in your own free time, maybe teaching me how to do that kind of thing?
I mean, like, it's like a trade secret, but I mean, maybe. Yeah, for a small nominal fee.
Well, kind of.
I don't know, I've never really teached before, so I mean, this is a new experience. Yeah, but, so...
If there's any favors that I could do in return, cause
Well, I mean, I've only just met you, so I don't entirely know what you can do as an individual.
I guess you'll
You know,
learn on the
don't-
way.
Don't, yeah, we'll find out. Just don't worry about it. Just, I'm a little hesitant to share some of my techniques with individuals that I've just met.
I understand. I've met someone who's similar, but turns out that I'm not as bad as he thought, and I was a quick learner.
Well, that's, good to know.
He kind of lets up a small little grin. Well, I don't know about you, but I am stuffed, and I am going to have it.
Yep, well, you have fun with that.
Yep, have a good night. And then he goes to his room for bed.
Alright. The night passes without incident. And once more, you awaken to the sound of construction.
Hooray, I'm still alive.
Every day
Hooray!
that sound gets more and more relaxing.
Tempted to leave off for Ashford and Laura just to get some decent night's sleep.
Get a good night's sleep lying on the ground like that?
Yeah, you're right. Probably won't sleep for a while. Not decently, at least. We should head off soon, though.
If I may ask. Well, Malifane said it was alright, but I'd rather check with all of you to see if everyone's in consensus. Is it alright if I accompany you?
Yeah, I'm seeing not.
Brilliant.
I am definitely not complaining.
I didn't think you would.
No, yeah.
Smirks and shakes his head.
Be close to the people you love.
Yes. Also, with your numbers diminished, I feel like maybe some extra backup is needed.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I can.
Numbers.
Yes, I can shoot. I've studied a bit of the arcane, so that'd help.
Well, if the situation is as bad as the rumors have been saying, then, well, as much extra help as we can get, the better.
Of course. Thank you.
Is Scam down yet? Is he at the breakfast table?
Oh,
He was just talking earlier.
Yes.
I didn't realize I'm slow.
No, no worries. No worries, no worries.
Please be patient with me.
So, okay, out of character. Do we want to make this the day that we go, or do we want to spend one more day just checking up on things?
I think we should go ASAP.
Yeah, I'm good to head out.
I'm also good to head out.
All right. You say your last couple of goodbyes. Those of you who have people to say goodbye to, Scam, you're like, okay, when are we leaving?
Yeah, seriously. Like, oh my god.
Yeah. And head out through the gatehouse into the plains of Irion.
Oh! We're going on a bear!
Going on a bath. So, traveling at a normal pace, you can travel 3 hexes per day. Fast pace can travel 5.
Doesn't fast pace give us like exhaustion or something?
Fast pace.
Disadvantage on.
Yeah.
No, wait, it's disadvantage on stealth, right?
Disadvantage on stealth and disadvantage on checking to see if there are any ambushes or random encounters or whatnot.
Yeah, we're
Let's
fine.
Personally, we're in the middle of a civil war. I'd prefer if we didn't have a disadvantage on anything.
Yeah, but that's what I was just about to say. Let's
Whatever works.
let's keep our alert high.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Just letting everyone know, I have disadvantage on stealth by default.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Big mood.
Fine.
Big mood.
What
Doesn't
is-
help that Jabitti's constantly sounds like just a coin machine just going off.
That's the thing that gives you disadvantage on stealth. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not you. It's Jabidi.
I want to say that Mosca has been, like,
Same.
absolutely fascinated by Jabidi. Just like, what is this thing?
I want
Yeah,
to touch.
that's Jabidi is the only thing that's keeping Mal like from absolutely just like I want to end this man.
But Jabidi.
But Jabidi.
But Jabidi.
True.
Bitty. Great.
All
How
right.
does this work?
Jabidi is America's sweetheart.
You choose which way you want to go. Ashwin and Laura is down south. So it's just generally towards there.
Do we want to stop by Baylight, though?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want to go immediately there, or do we want to go to Ashran first?
What's in Baylight, if you don't mind my asking?
It's complicated.
Personal
fair
matters.
Fair.
I would
Yeah,
think
I'd
something
say, yeah, stop by just to, for your sake at least, Malifane.
Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you.
All right. You head along the coastline till you get into some scrubland and find some makeshift docks.
Hey.
Ooh.
You wait there for a couple of hours, and eventually a small paddled ferry boat comes up to the docks, looks over at you,
the captain of said ferry boat looks to be a old dwarven gentleman. Looks over, takes a smoke from a pipe. Well, you're certainly a motley crew.
I
Kit and caboodle. Well, motley's one word for it.
Indeed.
How much is passage to Baylight?
5 silver each.
We can work with that.
Oh god.
Gam, you have silver yet?
What?
You have silver yet?
Yeah, I have. I think so. Give me a second. I funnel through my package, my pouch. I pull out. Hey, Alex, real quick question I meant to ask is how much is lead worth?
God.
Well, it depends on who you're selling the lead to.
Just by default, I guess. How much is lead worth?
To the average person, lead is completely worthless. To someone who is going to work with lead as the material, I'd say like 3-5 gold a pound.
I have 20 pounds. Give me an idea. Yeah, I pull out 2 silver. Yeah. Here you go.
I'm pretty sure it was 5 silver, wasn't it?
It was 5
Was it
silver
5?
each. Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! I give him a gold coin. I'm just like,
Oh, I thought you were
fucking
trying to con him or something.
All right.
Not yet. Later.
I pay as well.
Yeah, I pay 10 silver for myself and Mosca.
Cool. He doesn't. He's gonna go ahead and take the gold coin as also passage for Jabidi.
Yeah,
Yay!
that's why I gave him a gold.
Nice. All right. Everyone hands over the silver. He takes some coins, does a little bite to make sure they're genuine. Right. Climb aboard. Get comfy. This'll be a bit of a trip.
Thank you.
How? Just asking, how long is the trip?
Couple of hours.
Couple of hours. Good to know. Good to know.
All right. You hop onto the ferry and shove off as the dwarf slowly paddles it across the river towards Baylight. As you sail, getting around midway between mainland and Baylight Island proper, you pass by like a wooden post in the middle of the water, sticking out about like 12 feet into the air with pale torn sailcloth fluttering in the wind from it.
Right.
Can I make an insight check to see what it is?
That ain't insight. Insight's for reading people.
That's like
Oh,
perception,
rip.
isn't it?
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
perception.
Okay, my bad.
Let's stare at it.
Could I...
It's a stick in the water with paper!
Why are you looking from over here when you could just fly over to it?
I don't brain right now.
It's not Momo's
You
turn on
could-
the brain cell.
You could just fly over to it, Momo.
I'll do that.
That's what I'm
Quintessa,
lining
you recognize some of the patterns on the sailcloth. Like there are several bits and pieces torn out, but this looks to be from the Port Mirandu military, a military vessel. The mast and sail just out here, broken as hell.
Right. How curious.
Momo's going to fly over there. Does he recognize it?
No? With a 9 perception? No.
It's a stick in the water with paper on it.
No,
And Momo
it's
flies
not.
back, proud to note, stick in the water with paper on it.
Everything. Great.
I'm useful.
Who
It's
wants
a
to play I Spy with that, I guess?
We're not playing I Spy with it. It's a symbol of the Port Mirandu military.
What?
Yes.
What would they do over here, I wonder?
What do you think?
What do you think?
Military's on the march, lots of ships passing back and forth. Probably sunk, says the dwarf, raising an eyebrow.
Are you sure it's safe to do business on these waters then?
To do business, aye. To go out in the middle of the water armed for war? Would advise against it.
Yes. Not very good with boats.
What do those ships usually carry on them?
Military cargo, rations, ammunition, and the like.
Interesting. I would like to make a mental note of this wreck's exact location.
Okay.
I thought you were just gonna immediately jump into the water.
No, I don't have that spell prepared.
Oh my god. Keep your hands inside the boat at all times.
So,
Yeah, I know.
Captain, have you heard any news from the surrounding areas? Any rumors or anything at all?
What kind of rumors you after, lad?
Well, anything to do with the war for start. But, what was it again? The Four Kings was at Malifane.
That's correct.
Yeah. Any news about them?
Well, most of the Four Kings are off making deals wherever they can. Getting into the war while the getting's good. Jack of Diamonds, he's content staying in Baylight.
Right.
That's weird. Wouldn't he be the one who would be really keen on making deals?
Deals can be made through agents. You get enough people who carry the will of the Jack of Diamonds, you can make a deal from half a world away.
And I'm sure the dealing's been good then.
I mean, I don't work with them. Who am I to say how good the deal's going?
You had offers then?
A couple. I said no, and they respected that.
Why'd you say no, if you don't mind?
Lad, I am far too old to be dealing with backroom deals with mercenary gangs, with armies. It's me and me boat, and it's gonna stay that way.
Wise man.
Yes.
So how about this view, huh? It's fucking gorgeous over here. Yeah, just
It's pleasant.
desolation for miles.
Well, I haven't been out much recently, so it's something.
So does this Baylight have like any places of commerce I might be able to visit while we're passing through? I don't exactly have a connection to the business you're swinging by there for, so I want to get the most out of my trip.
Well, there are a couple of pawn shops along the way in Baylight. It's a major trade stop, so people will take whatever people are willing to lend, sell it back at a tidy profit.
Good to know.
That's a pretty large temple and a couple of taverns here and there.
Well,
Temple to who?
Oh, yeah.
Grand Temple of Baylight allows worship if to anyone you damn well please in there.
Nice.
Well, great. Good to know. Know what I'm doing.
The dwarf gives a grunt and keeps on rowing. And eventually, you reach the shores of Baylight. Might want to get yourself checked in for the night.
What time is it?
By now it is the evening.
Like, is it everything closed?
No, things are still open.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's fine.
Tell you what, I'll, what kind of accommodations are we getting here? Like, is there a place, a tavern or something that we're staying at?
You got a couple of options.
There are a ton of taverns. What are you looking for?
A bed that does not have bugs in it, and is preferably not made of dirt. Those are currently my standards.
Ideal.
You know what? You guys pick. I want to go do something real quick before I call the night.
Alright.
Alex.
Yes?
Given the familiarity that Mal has with Baylite, what are the taverns that are around the area?
There are a lot! There is the Quiet Drow and the Tired Leaf Tavern, both of which are pretty quiet and low-key. The Slippery Pickaxe and Shattered Sailboat Taverns, both of them are raucous dives. The Rich Harbor Tavern, and the Fantastic Couple Brothel.
Hey.
Mal is
Oh,
going
shit.
to, Mal is not going to note the ladder, and is just
Really? I
going
wonder
to-
why.
Well, pick your poison.
Do you have like a business card for that last one?
I thought I told you he doesn't. Last one. Well, pick your poison. Quiet Drow, Slippery Pickaxe, Tired Leaf, Rich Harbor. We got a couple to choose from there.
Whatever's quiet.
Why don't we take a look around then? It's been a long day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have fun with that. I'll just peek my head in any of the quiet ones to see if I can see. I just wanted to go do some stuff real quick.
Right.
I'm gonna go find the nearest smith or person who works with metal.
Don't get into trouble.
Alright. Make an investigation check to see how fast you find it.
Excellent. I will happily do that. And let me double check this feature of mine as an artificer called Flash of Genius. I'm seeing if I can do this to myself or if this is just... Yeah, so I'll pose this. It's when me or another creature within a certain range of me makes a ability check, I get to add a bonus to it. Flash of Genius, where'd that go? There it is. Yeah,
Like
it
fucking
is...
nerd.
Yeah, I can add +4 to the roll.
Ooh,
So I'm
cool.
going to make an investigation check. Cool. Where's my investigation? +4. So that's a 31.
31, yeah, you find one that deals with metalwork almost immediately after heading into town.
I clock it, go around the corner, and I begin casting Distort Value on the pile. Wait, how big is this pile of lead I have?
20 pounds of lead,
Yeah.
I'd say it's like 1.5 to 2 feet.
Great. I'll cast Distort Value at 2nd level on the pile of lead.
Excellent.
I'll put that spell in the chat. Hold on. Which I do have it prepared.
Acquisitions Incorporated spell.
Casting at level 2. Yeah, there it is.
Cool.
Yeah, so this is it is perceived as double its value. And yeah, last 8 hours. It is perceived as double its value, and for so that should get the entire pile of lead in there, and it's against my spell save DC. If they examine it with an investigation check, which my spell it's a DC of 16 investigation.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would like to I cast it on the pile of lead, and I walk into the establishment.
Cool. You walk into the metalworker's shop. There's a dwarf and a gnome, the latter of which is shouting orders at the former as the former starts sorting a bunch of different shelves and cases of different rare metals. You walk in, and I'm assuming just plop down the lead on the counter.
On the counter, yeah.
All right.
How you doing?
The gnome looks over, adjusts some glasses, looks at the lead. Another lead guy, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of a popular market, I guess. It's very useful, I guess. Definitely on the lower end of things. But hey, this lead I found, it's like top quality shit.
Right. Let's have a look at it real quick.
Damn it!
You tried.
I tried.
You tried. Yeah, I'd say that's a solid 20 pounds even. A lot of people have been coming in with 20 pounds even, so that is how I can tell on site. Looks to be relatively recent in quality. 4 gold a pound sound fine to you?
Yeah, 4 gold a pound sounds fine.
All right.
So that's what, 80 gold?
That is 80 gold. The gnome shouts at the dwarf to go get some gold coins. The dwarf pulls out a sack from one of the shelves, stuffs some coins into it, throws it at your face, Scam.
Ah! Okay, I catch it. Yeah. Thanks for doing business. Okay, have a good night. I leave, dejected.
You tried.
I did.
You
I tried.
Yeah. All right. And what tavern were you guys going to again?
I was thinking we would go towards the Tired Leaf.
Okay.
Oh, I was thinking the Quiet Drow as symbolism for the fact that your father is very quiet right now.
Not the word I thought you were going to go for, but it was infinitely worse.
Yeah, no.
Damn. Fuck. Okay.
Ow!
Wait, did you say that in or out of character?
Out of character. We'll go to
Okay.
the we'll go to yours.
All right. You head into the Tired Leaf. It is remarkably quiet in there. Like, even though there are some patrons, it's almost as if like there's some kind of effect that is muffling their speech, their drinking, and all that.
Well,
You take a look around. There is a young half-elf at the bar who looks over, gives you a slow, quiet wave, and continues pouring some drinks as you walk in.
Malifane waves over and says to the half-elf, good evening. How much would it be to... Well, first of all, is this the person in charge of the...
That is the person in charge, yes.
Just making sure. How much would it be for room for 5 people?
Room for 5 people? You could rent one of the communal rooms. It's 3 gold a night.
it's reasonable.
Alright.
All right. You hand over 3 gold.
Sure.
The bartender nods, pulls out a key, and try to keep the noise and all the fighting down while you're here. Okay? We like it quiet in Baylight, and well, here specifically.
That shouldn't be a problem at all. Thank
Oh,
you.
don't worry, I'm a librarian.
Ah, okay. She says, nodding.
Malifane just gives a slight glance towards our goblin acquaintance, and
He's not here.
He's not here!
He's not here.
I thought he came back.
Yeah. And because I realize we have 2 card draws left to do as you talk about being quiet, Momo, you feel a surge of...
Actually.
Oh, wait, not Momo, Malifane. You feel a surge of
no.
chaotic energy.
Oh no.
You can't give me hope like that.
You'll have one here in a second.
Thank you.
Have hope.
Since when has Hope given me anything? I don't know if I've seen this one or not. What is this?
The Empty Throne.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
That is the political enemy card.
Another one?
What does that do?
It gives you a political enemy, someone at a very high level who fucking hates your guts.
For
Short
what
term,
reason?
at least it doesn't cause any noise.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of that, Momo!
Oh no.
You want to finish off
No.
the card drawing?
I'd love to, Alex. Let's see what I got. Oh boy.
I told
Here
you
we go.
I'm
I don't
cursed
like
with card
this one.
draws. Oh, not this one. Not this.
that?
That's the Tangled
Oh.
Briar.
That's the Tangled Briar.
What does that do?
You'll see.
You're about to find out. Momo.
All right.
I'm sorry.
The ground beneath you rumbles, Momo, as thick, tangled vines burst from the floor and wrap themselves around you, restraining you in their grip.
I get
Backs
this.
away slowly.
Malifane just looks at a very heavy sign, just like,
You know what to do.
and uses his blade to just slowly, because he doesn't want to make noise, slowly cut away at the vines.
The bartender stares as you do. Oh, I didn't think
Don't
you guys were
ask.
making that much noise. Oh well, I mean, I guess that's gonna happen, so now you know.
He tries
Here's
to
apologies.
escape as quietly as possible because the atmosphere is too thick.
All right. After a couple of minutes, you untangle the vines, which retract into the ground now that they're not holding on to anything, and head into the common room. Scam, do you know where these people are?
No,
Okay, what tavern do you go to, Scam?
guys. How?
Doesn't he get
Okay,
to roll
hold on.
investigation
There's
to
two.
find it?
There's two ones he said that were quiet, right?
Yes.
And I heard them say that they're gonna go to a quiet place. So I'm gonna roll a d2.
Oh, no.
One is the drow one, and the other one's the other one, which I forgot the name of.
The quiet.
Okay, I go to the drow first.
Excellent.
Okay.
All right. So you head into the Quiet Drow Tavern. You walk inside. A lot of customers in there are having some very nice conversation. The bartender, who is a big, stocky man with a thick ginger beard, looks over at you, laughs heartily, and says, "Ah, welcome, welcome! Always nice to see a new face."
Yeah, my friends here. There's like a human, and then like a half elf, and a kobold, and a Arakakra. They come in here.
Yeah. No, can't say I've seen anyone like that. Eric Hawker would certainly be noticeable.
Damn it. Okay, I turn and leave and go to the next one.
Okay, goodbye.
You don't want to see if there's anything else in there? I don't know.
I have a wisdom of 6. No,
That's fair. You know what? Fair enough.
I leave. And I go
Alright.
to the next one.
You head into the other one
Adventure!
and eventually catch up to everyone else.
Listen, I acknowledge my mistakes. I don't learn from them.
Okay.
All right. Hey, there you guys are.
Oh, where have you been?
Oh, I just sold some lead that I came into possession of, and I just look at Corellian.
Nice.
Oh,
I need to get rid of
thanks.
mine too.
Get Melvin stifles back a laugh.
Krellin is just completely deadpan. Like, this is normal.
Fair. Fair enough. Well, no hard feelings. We drinking yet?
No, but that's a very, very good idea.
I was about to say.
Tempting.
Tell you what, for your hospitality and kindness, I guess you could call it. I like fuddle around for a second. I'm like, yeah, okay. First 3 rounds are on me.
Oh, you blessing.
You
Oh,
are
that's-
too kind.
Oddly kind of
Yeah, well.
Momo's gonna get wine mom drunk.
Oh boy.
So will Quintessa.
A
One drink for Mal, and that is it.
You drink?
Long story. Something
Okay.
came with fruit, please.
Their specialty is elderberry wine, and it is 3 gold pieces a glass.
holy shit!
Oh, fuck.
Regret.
It's like
Do you
that
have
thing where he's like-
anything?
It's like, I'll get paid for 3 drinks. They can't be that Oh, no.
We've also got cider. That's 5 silver each.
Do you have anything harder than cider?
What's your strongest
wait.
drink?
The elderberry wine.
Cider's great.
I'll buy my own glass. Do you want one, Corellian?
Yeah, I don't want to feel my face by the end of the night.
Ah, you have a way with words that always know what I'm thinking. I will pay for it. And
Thanks.
Malafane looks to his fiancée and says, "It's a new day and a day to
24 gold
day
for
to
2
just
each.
learn to face your fears."
Are you sure you want to drink?
Is it tame? Does it have fruit? I'm good.
Alright, just don't get carried away. But I'll take you up on your offer, Scam.
Yeah, sure. What do you want?
Oh, well, the most expensive thing.
I hate you.
I know.
Hey!
And Malafane
bartender!
stifles back a laugh.
You
The
hear
most-
some creaking below you, Scam.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, shut up, please. They're words, not mine. Also, a bit of mine.
Okay. Hey, bartender.
The creaking stops.
Okay, this is really hard to get service in this place.
Yeah. No, I'm listening. What do you want?
Oh, what the fuck?
Just kick
What?
him from behind.
What is the most expensive thing you have?
The elderberry wine, she says, rolling her eyes. Are you guys going to order
Great.
anything at any point?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll take 2 elderberry
These,
wines.
All
I'll
right.
take 6.
3 for you and 3 for me then, Momo.
Yeah, that's the plan.
All right.
Yes.
One cider, please.
Cool. After paying for the drinks, after a couple minutes, the drinks get poured, served over to you guys. The cider's weak as shit.
Good.
Like, it's
mutter-
basically water.
I mutter a binding under my breath while palming a small shaving of lead I kept in my palm, and I make all 3 of Corellian's drinks taste like lead.
Why would you do that?
You
know that?
you see Corelli. If you were paying attention, you see the tip of Corellian's tail twitch, but then they just down it as if nothing happened.
Oh.
Also, just downs it.
Well, yours tastes fine.
Yeah, yours tastes like elderberry.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
I will take refined sips as any good author does.
Yeah, Malifane is taking very slow sips.
Does yours not taste good?
What? I don't care if it kills me. I just want to get drunk.
Cheers to that.
Yeah.
Now I feel.
Corellian tips
now
an empty glass.
Now I feel bad. Okay, fine. I wave my hand and dispel the binding. Jeez.
You know, I give you a side eye, and then I sort of just give a half wink, maybe. You're not sure if you see it.
I'm
You
not
know-
sure, but Scam's face may be a little more green than usual.
Well, I propose a small toast to Mr. Scam Likely. It is good to have you.
Thanks. Glad to be here. Full disclosure, by the way, if anybody, completely off kilter here, just want to bring this up. If anybody wants to go loot that shipwreck we found on the way here, I can help with that.
I could also help with transportation if need be.
I can make all of us breathe water, so
Oh.
Malifane kind of just lowers his head at that.
I mean, Arion's entering a period of civil war. What's better than doing some profiteering?
Well, my looting days are kind of far behind me.
Just gotta dust them off again.
Perhaps.
Anyway, just throwing that out there. Yeah, to me! And I hold up my glass. How much was I set back from the 2 glasses again?
Glasses are 3 gold each.
Okay, so 6.
Nice.
We all drink.
We all drink.
Excellent.
Drink.
Cheers.
Malifane is looking to each of the people in his party getting drunk, and I don't know, there's just a bit of a sting to it, but he tries to look past it. Just saying. But he slowly takes sips of his cider.
So, like, what's the plan while we're in Baylight?
Well, the plan right now is to enjoy ourselves. We can plan all that tomorrow.
Malifane, you're Baylight.
Yes. That's the priority.
Okay, well, I take it it's like a personal matter, right?
The plan is simple. I want to check in on my mother, and I want to Diamond fellow.
All right, well, you UFO that, and best of luck, I guess.
Speaking of checking in on people, I wonder how Trevlon's doing in the book.
Did you bring it with us?
We didn't bring it with us.
Yeah. We left it with Torkalin and Nibbles, and I'm gonna head off to bed. If you need me, I'll probably be under Mosca or something.
How drunk is Momo right now to have said
He's
that?
as drunk as a wine mom can get.
Okay, just
Holy
checking.
shit.
That's real drunk.
Oh no.
All right. Calm down, little one.
Okay.
Oh boy. Cool. Well, yeah, I'm going to bed.
All right.
I got some work to do before I start my day tomorrow.
I really miss Chevlon.
Yep.
I
Sorry
know,
about
I
your
know.
lost kid.
Me too.
You all head to bed in various states of inebriation.
Just carry Momo to bed.
I am going to do a couple of things when I'm sleeping. From in the long rest, not while I'm
Okay.
sleeping. I mean, first of all, I'm going to replace my infused boomerang with a bag of holding. So I'm going to infuse another item.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to do that. Then I'm just going to prepare some other spells.
Cool.
Are there any books in the common room?
No,
No? Okay.
they got cots on the floor.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, Malaphane's just gonna write down in his journal the events of the day and then remembers, oh, that's right.
Oh,
I don't have anyone to write to.
fuck.
And kind of just lays down on the ground and, yeah.
Momo cries himself to sleep.
Oh my god.
And so,
Quintessa just kind of like rolls over to avoid all this tension and depression.
Well, Muska's having a great time sleeping.
I'm in a pile of stoat, like nobody can see me in
Like
the
nobody
fluff, and it's great.
sad, happy kobold noises.
All right. In the morning, you all wake up, see a little bit of falling snow outside.
Ooh. Nice. Snow?
Yeah, it's early winter.
Oh, I hate snow.
Oh, I love snow. It's a
I
beautiful
love
visual.
snow never really came. This is the first time I've ever seen it.
Really?
Lucky.
I've seen it in books, of course, but it's the first time I've ever seen it in person.
Well, it's cold and it's wet and it.
Oh,
Krillin just shivers.
Momo
I
takes
hate
off
I hate snow. It's cold. It's wet. It gets everywhere.
I hate you. I hate you so much.
Momo takes off his cape and gives it to Corellian. It's a bit thicker, so
No, it's fine. I'll warm up under the armor. Anyway, I can just shove my hands in Muska's fur if it gets too bad. Just keep the cape. You'll need it, especially if you'll be flying.
Okay. Momo doesn't know how cold snow is.
Just belly flop into it.
Where I guess Malaphane is just gonna start walking toward the hospital.
All right.
Come with you.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, do you want us there or.
This is
Yeah.
Scott in his thinking mode, actually wondering what the fuck to do about this.
I would say make a choice because we're over time.
I'm just gonna say that Malaphane just starts walking, and anyone who wants to, just assume you can come with.
Okay.
Okay, then. I don't have anything better to do.
All right.
This is a personal matter, so I'll stay out of it. I'm just gonna go explore the snow.
Okay. Well, those of you who are following Malaphane head through the streets of the city, past a couple of wagons and traders and the like, towards...
Yeah, I'm hanging back.
Cool. Towards the clinic. And as you go inside, you see a lot of people in studded black leather or hooded black cloaks, several with emblems of the Four Kings on them, sitting around the lobby and talking. Several cast glances your way as you enter, and then go back to talking among themselves. One sees you enter Malaphane and goes through a door that leads further into the clinic.
He sees me and goes further into the clinic.
Yes.
Ooh. Do I notice that? Or
He's not being particularly stealthy.
How do I want to approach that?
Hey, you!
All right,
What-
Momo
what-
yells out at the
I'm
Four
not in
Kings.
the clinic!
Momo T-poses into the clinic.
Face through the wall. Caw, bitch!
All right, is that someone you know?
I don't think so. What part of the clinic is he going into?
You don't know. You haven't followed him.
Good. Malaphane's curiosity gets the best of him, and he starts following him.
Wait, no, but we didn't. Oh, for goodness sake!
All right. Malaphane runs past the front desk. The half-elf woman running it quirks an eyebrow, but doesn't really try to stop him. And you go following what you can catch glances of the Four Kings man, and he walks into one of the rooms. A couple seconds later, you come in, and he is there talking to a wizened old man in a thick black cloak, obscuring almost everything but his mouth, who is sitting there nodding. On a bed in front of you, which is perhaps of more interest in this particular room, is Azalea Lythos, eyes wide open, stock still, just laid out on a bed with a couple of doctors looking over her. And as you enter, the doctors look over at you, the Four Kings man looks over at you, and the wizened old man sitting down smiles, revealing a set of jewel-encrusted teeth, and slowly looks over your way. Oh, hello there, Malaphane. And that's where we're going to end our session.
Wow.
What?
I call this first session a success.
What the fuck?
He's got a set of teeth encrusted with jewelry. You're pretty sure, Malaphane, that you're standing in front of the Jack of Diamonds.
Oh, shit!
Oh my god.
We will see how
fun.
that plays out next week on Fallen Empires. Thank you so much for watching our return episode, baby! We'll see y'all later. Bye-bye!
Bye!
Bye.